over a little con.
It was on sale.
Do we have any Glen Fiddles in
It
the back?
is. Yeah, no, hey, anyone seen Glenn Fiddles around here?
Yep.
He's 12 years
I
old.
also brought
about
that.
big.
Also brought that rye I was talking about. If anyone wants to try it.
I will definitely be having to try later.
Huh?
Did you get to play this I sent you?
No.
It's in the Nice of the Dice chat.
Okay. I have one song that I want to play at the very beginning because I think it's very appropriate.
Heard that.
Also, it's in the Knights of the Dice chat.
Cool.
I am so anxious about this damn game.
Okay.
You're not fighting a Sith.
You're not set up to die.
Wait, did I forget what we did last week?
You're not cannon fodder.
All right.
Call.
Is everybody ready for the recap?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
May I have a character sheet, please? Then I will be ready for
Let
said
me
recap.
get you that. Hold on,
Would you take a
I
blanket?
gotta set my drink down.
That
Might be
actually-
comfort.
I was gonna say I'll take that and sit on the floor.
You
That is fine.
let me know if you want to grab a pillow too.
I will be alright.
Those are very comfy.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's start with a recap, and we'll take it from there. So you guys finally decided to make your way to Dagobah to help Ivadi with her Jedi trial. Along the way, you guys met a very familiar, yet not so familiar, little green man who was acting very deranged and all he wanted was food. You also met Captain Rex, who was taking care of Master Yoda at the time. As you guys proceeded to make your way up the mountain, some of the older members of the group decided they would try to throw themselves up the mountain.
My knees hurt. I'm not walking up that damn mountain.
with not stellar results. Others made it up the mountain okay. As you all made your way to the mountain, the ghost of Kiadi Mundi awaited you and told you that Ivadi had to venture into the temple with one extra person. You all decided that was going to be Oppo.
Everyone points to Oppo.
And thus the two Twi'leks entered the temple together. However, not everybody was going to be able to just sit and wait for the trials to be over. Because as you all were just beginning to relax, an Imperial carrier came out of the sky and dropped off the Sith variation of Wrath, who Ivadi thought she forgot, and then heard the word pain echoing out through her head.
Ivadi pretended she forgot.
Yeah, and you're going to pay for that one.
Willfully forgot. If you could hand me that book that's right under that tablet.
In which point, everybody got to enact somewhat of an epic reveal of this is going to be the big fight. I had a little fun with stabbing myself in the arm and saying that you will all know pain. And it is at this point where our story begins. So, to give an idea of where exactly we are, so that way everybody remembers, we are currently at the top of Mount Dagger, which is the only notable mountain in all of Dagobah. It is a supervolcano, which has a incline, almost an incline insertion point where the top of the mountain almost kind of sits like this, where there's an overhang. Almost like a meteor hit in from an angle.
I like it.
It's at this point, if everybody's in the chat, or if everybody's in the dice rollers, I would like everybody to roll fate points, please.
Give us 1 second.
Yep.
Why?
Oh, we are starting off on a...
Oh,
oh
Christ.
my!
Woo!
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Well, it's close to even.
Is it?
Oh, wait, I have to roll for a NASA.
Yes, you.
Let's see how well I do. Oh, fantastic. It's another great day for evil.
Well, I was DMing the
You only thought, sir.
Oh god. We're fucked.
This is gonna be fun.
We're so fucked.
Don't forget we can use our points too, though, if needs be.
Well, see, if we use our points, he's gonna get more of his points.
Yeah, but if he uses his points, we have more of our points.
Yeah, but then it goes
I was
back
supposed to
and
get
forth.
bounced
back
or
and forth.
something.
That's how the Force works. Stupid. That's literally how the system works.
You'd think that after.
Oh
training-
no! Don't use that. It's only how it works.
What is this force you speak of?
You know.
So at this point, Wrath has stepped forward, digging his nails out from his shoulder, blood starting to kind of drip down from them. His lightsaber ignited, blue as we have talked about before, and he looks directly at Zem.
Zem takes off his overrobe, pulls out Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. Suressive stance.
Do you really think you can match a Sith?
Time to go.
You're nothing but a child throwing a temper tantrum. I deal with you constantly. Go, Avadi.
I grab Ivadi by the collar and it's like, alright, time to go.
Anasa, on me.
Have we set up initiative yet?
And she kind of gets this giddy look in her eyes, like, yes. And she ignites both sides of her lightsaber. Kind of like when Obi-Wan was dealing with Anakin. We'll take him together. No, I'm taking him now.
Don't.
Kind of-
No.
Dummy. Remember what I taught you. Breathe. Slow and steady.
Everyone else spread out. Take care of the troopers.
And
Eyes
All right.
open, Nomi! Eyes open!
All right. As the battle starts to begin, we will do the combat as we specified before.
Yes, sir.
Each time that you, each movement that you make in the trial adds to the amount of turns that go on outside. So we're now going to go into the temple itself. It is pitch black inside. The only way that you can even sense that you're going in the right direction is that the Force is somewhat pulling you towards this main entrance.
Oppo thinks she's blind again.
Sorry,
Appo's
PTSD
having
flashbacks.
PTSD.
I'm about to say, Oppo's like, no!
I just got my eyes back.
it was an ordeal.
You come across a bridge that is actually somewhat lit by blue flames every couple of feet. And at the end of the bridge, or at least what you can tell is at the end of the bridge, appears to be almost nothing.
That's fun. Avadi goes toward the end of the bridge, within reasonable safety.
Okay.
Caution is key.
Hey, Oppo, what are you doing?
I'm holding on to her collar so I can see where I'm going.
Okay, you can see.
Okay, I can see.
It's just one of those things that it's
very, very dark.
it's just one of those situations where it's like, does it really have to be this dark?
I also
Yeah.
ignite my lightsaber,
Wait,
even though it
do
really
I have
doesn't do
Rex's
much.
helmet?
You do actually.
It's like
Can I
10
just
feet
light
of-
the lights
of
on
light.
his helmet then?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna turn on the lights.
You might also want to use the visor, which has a low light setting.
It does.
Okay, well never mind. I'm gonna turn the low light setting up.
Okay. So Oppo basically had his Oppo basically had her helmet on backwards for a minute and was like, "Why is it so dark in here?"
Oh, I can't see. Why
Oppo's-
can't I see?
Appo.
Ivadi turns the helmet around.
Oh, it's because I'm a Twi'lek and I got my.
Yes, that's the reason.
Oppo takes a moment, cuts out some
Yeah.
things for her tentacles. So yeah, the as you begin to walk across the bridge, you feel as if the bridge loses strength the more that you walk across. It's not necessarily falling right now, but it feels as if it's getting weaker with every step you take forward.
I stopped stepping forward.
Okay.
What do I see, like, past the bridge? Is there anything, like, on the sides, behind?
Currently, as far as you can tell, you're starting to feel the weakness of the bridge about, let's say about halfway through where you can tell there is a bridge. What you see now is almost what looks like a gap in between the bridges, but you can tell that there's an entrance on the other side.
So I have to get across a gap.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Hey, Appo.
What?
You don't have a jetpack yet, do you?
Nope.
Yes.
I thought of that too, but sorry.
Alright, I don't have to move. big is the gap?
You would hazard a guess that the gap is maybe about 5 feet.
Okay. I do, but what about Hoppo?
It's your trial.
I need Hoppo.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you know?
But do you really?
I mean,
Okay.
it's 5 feet. Hoppo could probably clear that.
Probably.
It's a 5-foot gap?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can make that. Probably.
It's like, I can literally lie down and I'd be tall enough to... Yeah.
It's
I'm
weak
good.
though.
It's weak.
The gap
Yeah.
itself is 5 feet.
Right, but the bridge is weak.
I'm 5'5".
Yes.
I could fall over and I'd still hit my head on the other side.
Okay.
How tall are you?
5 foot.
Okay.
You'll
But
fit
I have the
right
force.
through.
Just the perfect fit.
I like that background.
Yeah, that's nice. What's the plan, guys? What you doing?
Okay. It's really weak, right? As far as
Would
I
you
can
say
tell.
that you're now at the edge
Yeah,
of where...
if I
Okay, as you make it to the edge, you start to hear a crumbling sound coming from behind you. The bridge behind you is now starting to fall.
You're right
The
with me, right?
the flames are starting to disappear as it gets closer and closer and closer.
Okay, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Run and
Yes.
jump same time.
Jump, stupid.
Okay.
Alright, what kind of check are we doing here?
It's going to be an athletics check, and it is going to be 3 difficulty.
And can I add my force for enhance?
You can, but as you add your force powers, the difficulty goes up.
Okay.
It'll actually be increased to a red die.
Just one red?
Depending on how many force dice you use. So it'll be 2 red.
Total. No purple?
2 red, 1 purple.
Look at her
Okay,
go with
so
it.
if I just do a plain old athletics roll, it's my check.
It's
with the
just
purple.
your athletics, 3 purple.
Okay.
Okay, this could end badly.
Usually.
The amount of times I made that roll last night.
Okay, I'm alright. I'm using the force dice.
All right, so
okay.
so as you both jump across together,
Shit, dude, barely.
I'm not getting rid of the threat, I'm getting rid of the failure, and I'm adding a success.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're doing. As you jump across, the bridge seems to expand out in front of you, almost as if the bridge in front of you has started to move away. And you both immediately begin to fall.
Shit.
And fall, and fall, and fall. And then you both land at the same time. Right back on the bridge that you started on, with the blue flames.
Oh, you didn't.
The fuck?
Wah, wah.
Sorry, I have multiple things going on right now. What just happened? Did I die?
We video game time where we kept falling and then reset.
Oh, so yeah, I know that feeling.
You lose a portion of your health bar. You get reset. You lose a heart.
Half a heart.
Okay. Well,
All right, that's probably not the way to do it.
I guess not.
That's number 3 for me.
Stop your bitching.
We
I
did-
make a mark on my arm.
Use your nail, just like cut away.
Fuck this day, fuck this day.
I only have 6 left.
Well, what do you think?
I shoot the bridge.
Smart.
Okay, as you shoot the
Don't
bridge, the bridge begins to disappear.
Why did you do that?
Because that's what I do. I
It begins
shoot things.
it begins to crumble away as it appears there's nowhere for you to go. And the bridge that you're standing on begins to crumble behind you again as the flames get closer and closer to diminishing, and then you're both falling again.
Fucking A.
And once again, you both land right back where you were.
God, the force is so
I give you a
fucking
look
weird.
like, you asked.
Force is
This
so
is your trial. What did you-
Conversation? Communication? Planning?
I escort you people. I don't know anything about the Force. You could have taken Zen. You could have taken the feral one.
Did you ever give me the stats for Obi-Wan's armor?
It would be 2 and 2. It would be 2 soak and 2 defend.
Okay. Is it possible for me to sit and try to meditate and see where to go?
Sure.
Or something to write on?
While they're doing that, everybody who is currently outside, let's go ahead and roll initiative so we can figure out who's going to be battling who and when at what time.
Just ahead of time, before anything really happened and we all opened fire. Scully took a sniping, like, prone down the sights, is just waiting.
So you aim. You aim.
Oh, I don't just fucking aim. But yeah.
We know what's going on.
Yes. Scrolly is about.
Or at least I know what's going
So
on.
I would have 2 defense in both melee and ranged.
Yes.
Cool. So then I add the 2 soak onto my brawn, and that's my soak. Awesome. Thank you, Gio.
You're welcome. Okay.
And initiative,
Wrath will go first.
Initiative is which one? I haven't rolled yet.
I just rolled.
Which
I think it's with the threat coming. I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
that will probably do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It won't even matter because wait,
It's cool if it's cool if you see
It's
the threat
cool.
coming, or if it's vigilance if you don't see it coming.
Correct.
I'm going to put down real quick.
So many damn rules.
Hey, at least we know them.
Cool. So
You
I'll
think
be
you know
rolling.
them.
That is
Cool
true.
is presence. Cool.
Then we can also always do like the.
Like I said, you
rules. It's
you
like,
two can still
the rules
figure
are
out
more
how to go. We're
guidelines.
just trying to figure out the initiative order right now.
Look at
I
that.
just didn't want
Look
to
at
fire
that.
the
roll except.
thing yet.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Woo!
Woohoo! Damn.
Dr.
Hey.
Nomi.
Whoa!
That is a
What
that
are you
is-
doing?
That is a fat roll.
Okay,
What are
Nomi's
you doing
going
over
first.
there?
Well, when you see it coming, you know. Doctor's getting ready.
Guys,
High damn
It's
five.
Thank
It's
you.
right there.
Sorry, it's left you hanging.
It's the goddamn
I feel like
Imperials.
that's one of those things where you're just like.
I was trained for this.
Yeah, just
are we deleting all those like line things, Gio? Or
No, I'll take care of them.
okay. I'm trusting you on this.
Can I go ahead and roll my force dice?
One moment.
Okay.
Nira, did you roll?
Sorry, what?
You need to roll initiative.
Okay. Vigilance, right?
Actually, cool this time.
Cool.
If it was vigilance, my roll would have been better, most likely.
Uh-oh.
That's not a bad roll.
Actually, no.
That's okay.
Right. She's going last though.
All right, and my stormtroopers need to roll.
So you can roll for stormtroopers.
Now, how are you gonna deal with stormtroopers? It's like 4 at a time, or are they just gonna keep?
We'll find out. We'll
find out. Why am I asking? I don't have to deal with stormtroopers.
no, you do not.
So you guys can just sit there and look pretty.
Yep. Okay, Nobi's going first.
Aren't I always fabulous?
And then after that, it
You're
appears...
so yummy,
Yep, Wrath's going next.
That's not a surprise.
I don't know if you've picked up on any of the sports teams while you're up in Illinois.
are you? Warth.
Just college ones.
Oh yeah, I did spell that wrong.
Which, yeah, we don't really have any.
It's Sith Lord Warth.
Shut up.
North
That's
Warth.
very bad.
Shut Shut it.
Basketball. That's about all we got.
I hate all of you.
I just went to a watch party in Chicago for the Mizzou
Zem's
game,
gonna be
and that was
next.
very
That
sad.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I should hope so with him running at me.
But like
Either
the,
move forward or move
you know,
back. Pick one.
homecoming pot
Let's get-
like not potluck. It was like a picnic because we didn't think we were gonna be at
And
Wisconsin. That was pretty cool.
then
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
See, college. I've always got a soft spot for Wisconsin because that's kind of where my.
and then it's pretty much all of my stormtroopers.
Everything
And then
was
Nira.
Wisconsin in our band room, so
That makes sense. Ours was Seminole, like Florida State.
we actually also got trained by the band director at Wisconsin.
All right.
I got twice because I was in there for that long, but it was fun. But yes, Wisconsin
And then last but not least is Nira.
is so much better than Illinois.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you can definitely meditate.
Okay. Well, it's the school I'll be at the longest, so
All
there's
right.
some loyalty.
That's okay.
You sense that this test isn't so much about your ability to get over the bridge as much as it is who or why is getting over the bridge.
If I die, I'm gonna fucking haunt you.
You're talk to the DM.
Watch me.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, buddy. You said the stupid.
Okay.
Wouldn't be his first time.
So does that mean I have to go alone, or does that mean like?
All you can tell is that for whatever reason, it's not about your physical ability. That's not what this test is. You get the sense that it has more to do with the symbolism of getting over the bridge.
I try to walk across the gap.
You just trying to Indiana Jones it?
Yeah. Glass bridge.
Oppo, what you see is Ivani start to walk forward, and then she does the Kratos dive.
That's promising.
Her foot just like out there, ready to sit and land on something, and
Yep.
What did I miss? I wait for the resets.
I tried to trust the force, but it didn't work out.
she pulled.
I can
She
just
tried
pull it up
pulling
on
an
your
Indiana
computer, too.
Jones,
Okay.
where she would like.
I mean,
She
good.
went for the gap instead of the bridge.
Zed would have
I
been
thought you
proud
were
for
for
Zed would have been proud of you.
playlist ready.
Like
Oh,
at this point, we've already seen that we won't
no,
die.
I think
Yeah,
we'll stick
so I
with
just-
that.
Sure, you got it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Pill's now there if you want. It's a cool gel pill.
So that didn't work, guys.
No, like I said, you do the God of War drop off.
Haven't played that game.
Okay.
I haven't played either, but I know what Kratos
Imagine a
is.
really
I
bad
know who
nose dive.
Kratos is. That's about it.
What's that?
Um.
Oh my god.
Publix sugar cookies.
What's with that face?
Whoa!
What's wrong with you?
I love sugar cookies.
Jeez.
Did you eat the sugar cookies at Publix?
Yeah.
So you know that they're awesome.
So far, the turns that have passed for my group, we are currently at 3. So
Okay.
there's going to be 3 full combat rounds before we go back to the Jedi Trials.
Okay.
We're currently at 3.
Gotcha. So 3 turns or 3 rounds?
3 rounds.
Gotcha. Alright, cool. So Nomi's first.
Not yet.
Okay.
They haven't gotten their trial yet. I'm saying they're up to 3.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh wait, so we have to solve this puzzle before they can do their combat.
Yes.
Christ alive. Hurry up!
We were
I
all
want to
night.
fight a Sith
All right,
Lord.
I'm
All
putting the
night
cookies
long.
down. Damn it.
I'll open the cookies.
Think, Oppo, think.
I'm just gonna sprint at the bridge.
I already tried that.
Well, you tried it. I didn't.
I assume the same shit happens.
Yes, the
Yeah.
exact same.
Okay.
Except it's actually a little bit more comedic, where it's a full sprint and he almost like no foot really touches the ground, and then he just kind of starts
Yep.
rotating, or
Yep.
she actually.
Thank you.
Yes, pass it around. People want some.
I hate you all.
Like I said, I have popcorn for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir?
I would love a cookie.
There you go.
Shit.
I've nothing but I can offer you a hug.
Thank you.
Take it or leave it.
Do I see any like symbolism, like markings, anything?
Lore check or something?
You do remember that the bridge, as you tried to jump over it, went away. But you can't tell if that's something that you caused, or if that was something that you both caused.
Can I roll to maybe give a hint? Or like offer a suggestion?
No.
Okay. I'll just sit here with my lightsaber out there.
My gun
Amazing! Calling it on myself.
Yep.
Okay. I tried to jump across again with the force.
Okay.
Do I need to roll it again?
As you jump across, you start to notice that there's almost this time sitting still, as both sides of the bridge seem to just vanish from your sight. As you sit in the middle of the air, you begin to have this almost realization that it's not you who's meant to jump over the bridge. And you immediately jump back down What Oppo sees is you literally jump and then begin to fall. But for what her perception of time was and what yours was two very different things. For him, it was a matter of seconds before you fell. For you, it felt like an hour.
Okay. So, I'm not the one that's supposed to be jumping here. Apo, you try going over again? Not running, just actually jumping across.
So like just a standing jump, stand at the edge and just jump over.
I mean, try to get to the other side. Yeah.
That would be nice.
I mean, sure, okay. I'll jump. Is your trial kid?
As you see him jump, sorry. As you see her jump, it looks like she's about to make it. And yet you see the stones begin to pull back ever so slightly, just enough to make her miss. But you notice this. You have a little bit of time to act.
Can I reach? Like, isn't like
Even as you're reaching, it feels like it's just pulling itself away.
Can I try to use like a force push and nudge her the rest of the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Christ.
Oh.
How would you like to resolve that?
So you can either keep the points and let it happen, or you can let Oppo fall.
Zim's not watching, kid.
Give in to your anger.
Hey, I'm the emperor.
Please,
At
please
least for
don't.
the rest of the year.
Please don't do what he just said.
Going off the past of resetting, I'm not gonna do it. Because it seems like a much worse idea to use Dark Side Force than to reset again.
Okay. So Oppo falls, and then she again comes right back to where she was. We are now up to 5 rounds.
That's gonna be a long time.
So we know what we have to do. We just have to get you to use the light side.
Yeah. Alright,
So that being said, to expedite this process, can we just like assume that they?
One more roll, and then after that,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Cool.
Yeah, because we have
Alright.
6 rounds of combat to go through
Yeah,
at this point.
which is a lot of rounds.
I'm gonna go through them quickly.
Well, that's why we had the dice roll up, because if we were doing them by pure dice rolls, we'd be here all night.
Honestly.
okay. I tell Apo to try again.
But I just
Just do it! Just try again. Trust me.
okay. One more time for fun, I guess.
At this point, Oppo has flashbacks.
At this point, Oppo has what, 5 on her armor now? Yeah, about 5.
Cross your fingers, folks. Okay.
I guess
That's
Okay.
one.
All right.
I got
That is
one. We're good.
You feel the stones as they begin to activate to your force, and they actually begin to kind of form around Oppo and just have her land softly. And then the
I did it.
bridge that you were standing on, that is still crumbling on the other side, now joins together.
I run across.
As you do, you look up and you see Test of Courtesy complete.
Trust the force, stupid.
I tried!
Okay, back to our group that's fighting.
Oh,
Oh, God,
God.
we're gonna be here
Okay, we
forever.
got like what, 5 rounds?
We have 5 rounds of combat.
Okay.
Alright, Jules.
Dr.
let's
Nomi,
hunker-
you are
let's
up
hunker
first.
down.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
Yes, I have.
Actually, he's feeling too cocky and just starts shooting.
Okay, you've got the Sin Warrior, or you've got the 4 Stormtroopers in the
Zem
back.
tells you to go for the stormtroopers, not the Sith.
That
He
sounds
will
like my level.
He will deflect it.
Yeah. Totally just goes.
He'll
I
do
go-
the bitch please move.
Fair enough. I go for Stormtrooper number 1.
Okay,
And with my
That will
community
be-
blaster.
that'll be 2 purple and 1 black, because
Stormtrooper number 1.
Yeah, right.
currently dead meat.
We hope.
Range is agility.
Agility. You will respect my agility.
No.
No, we need that later. That's okay.
Oh God.
Oh.
Jen, you got 3 ranks in that blaster?
Did I miss it? I don't know.
Yes.
Good
Okay.
Lord, girl.
Well, I had a couple ranks and then we trained.
Kaveen, no. We mentioned a community blaster, but that's as close as we get to that.
There's a, yeah, you can use this in the garbage.
All right. Let's see.
It does 5 last I checked, so let me double check.
That's good.
The blaster does 5 damage, yes.
Yeah, holdout does 5, so that's 6. And does a triumph count as 2 successes or 1?
We'll go ahead and count it as 2.
2 cases.
Okay, so that's 8 damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
You definitely nailed the stormtrooper right in the helmet, and he's kind of like, oh, God.
God, shit, fuck, what?
I was worried about the blue guy, not her. And with that, it is Wrath's turn.
I don't know.
So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He knows exactly who he's going for.
Come at me, bitch.
Cometh at me.
Come get, bitch.
Wish granted.
My Zen senses are tingling.
Cometh
I
at me,
think Zem's
brother.
being stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
You feel
Kate is chiming in.
I know. No one said that word.
No.
you feel the force start to form around you, Zem. However, it's not pleasant.
It's not.
Everyone sees Zem's knees just kind of go as he was using the force to kind of support himself. Just, oh, my knees.
There's an audible just.
So
Yeah.
the Sith gets to use the dark side points.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, that is a bad.
How much
roll.
does he suppress me, Gio?
He doesn't suppress. He binds you.
Ah, wonderful.
He has kept you immobilized. And you also suffer one wound per rank spent, and it ignores soak.
Cool.
So he hurts you for 3.
Is
However,
that-
his turn's not done.
Is that 3 range or 3 melee? Or is it just 3?
It goes through. You just take 3 points of damage.
Alright.
He is now going to throw his lightsaber at you.
Why does the motherfucker get 2 things? I don't have 2 things.
Because he's a bad guy.
I only got 1 thing.
That's okay. He doesn't get to roll as many.
But he still lands. So, I now have to make an attack roll. And it is going to be 2 purple. Actually, it's going to be 3.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he not engaged? He's far.
Yep. And to make sure I have this right. Okay.
What exactly does bind entail?
Bind entails you standing still for the amount of turns that, for the amount of points that was held.
So just standing still?
And you also start, it's like essentially force choke.
Okay.
Except I'm keeping you there and I'm hurting you at the same time.
Gotcha.
Exactly like Force Choke.
So, not as good as I was hoping, but he does land a successful hit.
Does lightsaber go through defense?
No. Well, actually, since defense would eventually count as soak, yes. So
soak doesn't matter. How much damage does he do?
he is going to do a grand total of 8 damage.
I'm going to.
Bye.
I'm gonna parry it and take 4 less damage.
Okay. So you knock the lightsaber out. However, you're still immobile.
All right, and how much damage did I take? Like if I decrease by 4, he did how much damage to me?
He would have done 4
wound.
then.
Okay, cool. So 4.
So in grand total, you took 7 wound that turn.
Oh. Fantastic.
This is
And with that, hey Zem, you can't move.
Yeah. I can't move.
You cannot move.
Cool. I deflected his lightsaber.
Yes.
Right. So he wouldn't have it in his hand.
It's currently off on the ground.
Cool.
So he has to use it.
hang on. I can use the force though, right?
Yes, you can. Are you gonna steal his lightsaber?
Whoops, that was the wrong one.
Okay.
Ignore the 2 yellows and the green. That is a dice roll unless you want me to
It
roll
is.
it. I use the force and just huck his lightsaber away. Like far, down the mountain, as far as I can down the mountain, and go, try it now, bitch! Ah, my shoulder. And I just
That's canon.
huck
now.
it.
I believe the kids these days say yeet.
I just yeet it off the mountain.
Yep.
Do you say that?
And you actually hear Zem
Why
going,
not?
Yeet!
Just in his
okay,
old
so
man voice.
force is my reaction, but I still have maneuvers and stuff, right?
You do.
I heard
So
nobody
however,
say
you cannot
yeet
move.
when she did something
I know, but
that.
what all can I do with maneuvers, or is it just moving?
Maneuvers are like aim, some incidentals. You can move as a maneuver, yes.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but he
I'm
can't.
You're
fine.
bound, yeah.
That is true.
You can take a defensive stance, but you can't move.
I could. Can I use another force power or no?
You can use another one, but that'll use up your turn.
That's perfectly fine. I'm going to roll another force die.
Jesus H fuck.
So Gio, that is 4 healing per white dice.
Jesus Christ.
as I hug his lightsaber down the mountain and go, oh, and you see the burn just and seal back on. I'm like, all right, come get me now.
Do you do the dust off like Anakin?
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
like Luke Skywalker does?
I dust off, but with each brush, it just kind of heals a little bit more. I'm just like, all right.
Scrawly.
Shoulder
Comes
off.
like a sticker.
Scrawly, Zem just proved that he's a badass mother. What are you doing?
Shit, I'm
At
out
this
of
point,
job.
since I see he doesn't have a lightsaber,
Bro, I can
I'm
heal
kinda
my- I can
torn
heal
between
myself
shooting
so
Wrath
well.
and shooting the
To be
stormtrooper
fair,
that Nomi
you
went.
can't do
It's
that
up to
like
you.
that all the time.
With 3 force dice, I can get
I'm gonna
pretty close.
choose, and this is very much kind of in character with Scrawly, but he's still not too sold about it. He's going to trust
16.
Zem, and he's going to shoot the stormtrooper.
I healed myself.
Same
for
one that
20
Nomi
Same
shots.
one that Nomi just shot.
All right, roll.
Alright.
If you hit him, he is slain.
What difficulty am I looking at? 2?
It is 3 purple actually.
3 purple, because I'm at long range.
Yes.
For anyone curious, I healed myself for 20 points of damage.
Oh, piss off.
Take however many strain you want. I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. You basically shoot right at the same point that Nomi did.
Yeah,
Basically dropping
injury.
the first stormtrooper.
And I'm going to take my maneuver to aim for the next one. So
Okay.
I get my blue dice for next time.
All right. So I have to take a stormtrooper off.
There we go.
That's one.
Down you go.
All you hear low underneath Scrawly's breath is just 1.
The stormtroopers now step up to the plate. Will they have better aim than they do in the movies?
Let's find out. Did any of you guys take cover on your turns?
I'm
Nope.
prone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
prone. So
None of them
technically
did.
In the middle of
That
nowhere,
counts.
Like my
Clever.
character, I don't know how to fight.
I am harder to hit
Die.
because I'm prone, but I am still not undercover.
Well, that's the other thing. Where is Nira too?
Nira's at the bottom of the order, but we don't know what she's doing yet.
But she still could be out in the middle of the.
All right, Scrawly, you get hit.
All right. How much damage am I taking?
In total, you are taking 10 damage.
That's 6 with my soak. All right, so that puts me at 8 wounds heard.
And okay, they missed Dr. Nomi.
Oh, stormtroopers.
And
She's standing up and they're just.
Yep, they hit the sniper because they fucking hate me.
and Nira, you get hit for 8 damage.
Nira, no!
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus,
they
help.
hurt. Blasters hurt, man.
And with that, Nira, it's your turn.
Nira is angry.
Hey, do you want to show them the stuff that we were working on?
I am mad.
Well, at this point, probably.
Also, hey folks, don't forget we have comlinks so we can communicate with the folks inside the temple.
No, you can't.
Is there cover
That's the
around?
thing.
You think you can mess
There
with
is
the
cover.
Force.
I'm sure
That's not how the
Ivadi and
Force
I can
works.
communicate with
Guys,
each other.
guys,
Sorry.
there is cover.
Cool.
I would like to go into cover,
Okay, you are now in cover.
and then I want to fire a missile at the stormtroopers.
Fucking missile?
You have
Yeah.
missiles?
Oh wait, no. Yes, you did. I remember that. I remember you buying missiles.
We
Hold
worked.
the
We,
phone.
we worked on it.
Yeah.
All right, fire away. Use your explosive.
I have definitely remember that.
It's going to be 3 purple.
She did get missiles.
No. Yeah,
3
she did.
purple.
Probably
Huh.
is so proud.
A long time ago.
I am glad I saved
You guys
experience
remember that
points.
later.
She does.
Okay, good. Yeah, she also has a third one.
Oh!
Nice.
All right, you hit Stormtrooper number 2, but it happens to splash to number 3 and number 4. How much damage do you do in total?
It is 6 damage plus 2.
8.
It is Blast Vise and Vicious too.
Yeah, you blew one of the Stormtroopers to smithereens.
Where once there was
Now,
like
remind me how Vicious works again.
Vicious, I believe it destroys equipment.
That's Sunder, I believe.
Yeah, Sunder destroys
Vicious, I
equipment.
think, penetrates defense.
Well, let me find out.
Yeah, please do. I don't remember.
There's so many
Plus or minus.
new terminologies that I have to learn.
Oh,
Yeah,
it adds 10 to the critical roll, but you didn't get a critical.
Okay.
Basically,
Well, it's just
basically, if you had landed a critical, it would have like made it a lot worse.
You know, I actually screwed that roll too.
How so?
I'm supposed to have 3 bonus die to that. But
Well, then
forget
add the
it.
bonus
Don't worry
die.
about it.
You might do more damage to the surrounding guys.
And further
Yes,
incinerate
yes,
the
you
already,
do.
Okay.
already dead stormtrooper.
So dead Stormtrooper number 1 explodes a little bit more.
Cool.
Essentially,
Yeah.
what everybody sees outside is a tiny explosion, and then Scrawly kind of goes, "I thought it would have been big." Boom.
Mira, is that?
Oh!
Is that it?
All right. So I need to roll.
Anyway, Doc, if you got a second, I could use.
Oh crap. Oh well, screw you.
The explosion
Um,
to his hamstring.
I already don't like you, Nira.
Is that
Yeah.
against Wrath?
No, that's
That's
not
a
against Wrath.
stormtrooper?
That's against one of the stormtroopers. It's
Where's
specifically against Stormtrooper number 4. And the other stormtroopers, yeah, they hurt. They hurt a lot. And with that, we return to Dr. Nomi.
Didn't Anasa get a... Doesn't Anasa get a thing?
She does.
So when does she go?
Yeah.
She hasn't gone.
I know.
Alright, sure.
Let the DM
whatever.
have his plan.
Yeah, she's not even in the order.
Yeah.
I know.
There's just-
Guys,
there's-
guys,
whatever,
I'm
whatever.
aware.
Okay.
He knows.
Apparently, there's a plan to the madness.
There does turn
So- Dr. Nomi notices that she's the only one out in the open, so she shoots at Stormtrooper 3 and then takes cover.
Okay. So you literally fire and then retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your
It's
blasters.
loading and turn around.
Shit.
Oh. And
Han
is
Solo
it
just
still
skip this
3
eye.
purple, or is it the 2 purple, 1 black like last time?
It's going to be 2, but this time eliminate the black because they're not just coming out. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Pew pew.
Pew!
Nomi takes down a trooper.
She does the pew pew.
And it's not.
All right, it is Wrath's turn.
It is not currently just standing there firing.
To be fair, they missed you.
We got his luck.
No, that's stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the helmets, man. Those dark tinted eyes.
So
I just love
Wrath,
that
No, it's because the
Wrath
eyes in the
saw
helmet.
Wrath saw you throw the lightsaber.
My saber.
He's not very happy about that, obviously. So what he's going to use is a force leap action. He immediately jumps off the mountain.
He eats himself.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, is that normal?
He's probably going after his saber.
Yeah, he makes it.
But he uses the light side. Ooh.
No, there's one dark side point.
Oh.
Can we...
And I'm going to spend a light side point to let Wrath use another point to get back up real quick.
You're using a dark side point?
Yep.
Heard that.
Yep. So you literally see Wrath jump off, and then a few seconds later, he jumps back up with his lightsaber. And he looks at you and goes, "Noted."
What, are you making a report on me, you stupid bastard? Does that mean that I'm no longer binded because he left?
I'm sorry?
Does that mean that I'm no longer binded because he left?
No, you're still binded there. He literally jumped off and jumped back on. I spent a dark side point in order for him to get up really quick,
Okay, cool.
really fast. All right, Zem, you are still pretty much right where you are.
What can I do? What can I do?
What can you do?
What can I do?
Shove him back into the shuttle.
Hey, what silhouette would you say Wrath is?
1.
Yes, he is a silhouette 1.
I go, no, go away, and I move him and throw him back off the mountain.
Okay.
I can
roll.
literally just see the old 5-head going,
Zen
no,
idiotic
go away.
sense is going.
Roll.
I did.
Oh shit.
I roll one for I roll one to use the force, which is the white, and I roll another white for magnitude.
Okay. Just boom. So he literally goes back off the mountain, and all you see is this scarred face. You can tell that the crease in his face is just getting worse.
There you go.
You're making him angrier.
You're not here. Shut up.
You don't get to say in this.
Focus on your trial.
All right, Scrawly.
Scrawly, speak for me.
Scrawly, it is your move.
Which?
There's only two
There's only 2
stormtroopers.
stormtroopers left. Yes. Both of them look very, very wounded.
No.
Yes.
They are both wounded.
I'm going to shoot
I'm
the
back.
one that looks
No.
less wounded.
Okay, that's not that big of a comparison, honestly. They're both pretty
1,
fucked
2,
up.
Was I supposed to take damage for the
Blue
for the mine?
dice. 1, 2.
No, you only take blind for the first turn.
Okay.
You're held for 3 turns.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is a total of 11 fucking damage.
Yeah, you shoot him right in the chest, and he just falls immediately.
2. I told you guys, Scrawly's a good sniper.
Yeah. It's, honestly.
I feel like this is like.
As a free action, I call it, I could use a make pack.
So, alright.
And
so
the
as far as-
stormtroopers have continued their bad habit of missing as the shot goes right past Scrawly's face.
Was your mother a Kowakian monkey lizard? Because I don't miss her at all!
Go fuck yourself. Anyway,
Nira, you're up.
Nira, it's your move.
I have some concerns.
Why?
I don't think I
Sits
can
over
keep
there.
spending
Scrawly's
rockets like that.
Say that again?
I don't think I can keep spending rockets like that.
Not on one stormtrooper. I wouldn't recommend it.
I'd wait
No.
until Wrath gets back.
Charlie can take my turn. I'm going to stay in cover.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot again.
All right. Roll again.
And since I still have my aim maneuver,
It's true.
Do things.
I'm gonna try to do things. That's pretty damn good. That's
Yep.
10 damage.
That drops the 4th and final stormtrooper.
Great.
And with that, we go back to Nomi.
Help Scrawly.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
You're gonna do one of the boosting stats.
Yeah, is that what you need? This wounded strain's up to date, right?
Everybody
no,
has it.
the wound and strain is not up to date.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah, but
Scrawly's.
who?
How?
Y'all look
how-
fine.
Yeah. Also, is Nira okay?
No,
Is
that's
Nira-
not 8 strain. That's 8 fucking wounds. Sorry.
Do you not have any soak?
I do, but I used it. You dealt me
Sorry,
12
Max.
damage.
Oh.
No, I dealt you 8 damage minus your soak.
Minus my oh, I would have taken 4.
Yes.
Oh, I'm at 10. Not
There you go.
I'm at 10, not 8. That's better. I'm not.
You're
as
not
bad
that
as I
close to death.
Also, wasn't Nira hit pretty
Ow.
bad too?
Yeah, Nero was hit as well.
thought.
So
I would take
You
care
you
of
can
Nero
spend
first.
2
Yeah.
actions to roll
No.
medical to heal them up.
Oh, okay, both of them. I can do that.
Yes.
I will
Take
do
care
that.
of Nero first.
Let me just check on my newly bought things, real quick.
Hey,
Surgeon rank 2.
What's
okay.
Anasa doing right now?
We'll find out.
I don't know.
I'm literally watching her though.
No, you're not.
Can I roll something to watch her though? Oh my god.
Private messaging.
Any
I can't
difficulty?
hear you.
Sorry.
Any difficulty?
Paperclip? Oh, hang on.
In order to heal up Nira because of how far away she currently is to you,
Mhm.
she's about 10 feet. So it's going to be about 3 purple to heal her from that distance.
Mhm.
Scrawly, however, is right next to you.
Mhm.
So him, it's only going to be 1.
Okay,
Just,
got it.
Just smack a
I'm
band
gonna roll the for Nira first.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Get one of those like
She's
big
worse off.
bandages and just smack it on
Eddie,
there.
I cannot
That
find the
can
paper.
equal 1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay, great. And I have a rank 2 surgeon, so that adds 2 additional wounds healed.
All right, Nira, you got healed for 3.
Yay.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm good.
No, I can spend this extra action.
If you want to, I'm gonna argue.
You
that
might want to. This is wave 1. I'll
I
remind
hear
you.
that. However, I'm not in terrible shape.
3.
Yes.
I like his opinion. He knows what's coming. Okay.
I'll listen to him, but I'm just saying, if the option's there, I'll take it. If it's gonna cost you some resources, don't worry about it yet.
And is this costing me strain at all?
No.
Oh.
How many stim packs do we have?
I assume it's too late to make a defensive stance after my force. Huh? Yeah.
Wait, why does that say 0?
Yeah, what's up?
We may not have stim packs.
Yeah, we're not really having a party.
Well, if we need to, I'll retroactively spend some credits.
Yeah, we're
to
doing
get
a live
maybe
D&D
we
game,
should,
but that's it.
considering today I ranked up to Supreme Stim application.
Just saying.
So
Yep.
we can do that.
It's on
we
the
talked
it's
to
on my
him as soon
YouTube
as
if you
he's
want to check it out.
So you get 2 additional heal.
That's what I'm hoping for.
No,
but
you get 2 additional heal off of the roll. Just rolled.
nice. So
Rank 2 surgeon.
All right, I gotta get back to the game. It was good talking to you, bro.
Where are you at now?
All right, bye.
I'm at 8 of 4. I'm at 10 of 14.
I want to see.
So yeah, I'll be back up to full.
What are we doing?
Probably,
Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Hang on.
Do not open it. It makes sound.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
I like it.
We need to retroactively do something because
Okay,
we
what's
forgot
up?
to buy stim packs when we were on the wheel. Can
How
we
many?
say we bought 20?
Sure.
How many is that? Credits, because that'll come straight out of Scarlet's stash.
You know, Arya really likes you.
I don't know why.
Oh my goodness.
Don't look at this horse in the mouth.
So Arya will just have given you those for free.
You are a god.
No, I'm not. Not yet.
Alright, but I thank you anyway.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay.
20 stim packs.
Perfect.
You've used 2 of them so
Yes.
far.
All right. So
I'm back up. To
everybody's back up to full.
yes.
So you threw Wrath off the building.
Yeah, he's just noting. I go, no.
Noted. Goodbye.
Nope.
However,
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
he still has 4 sleep. And this time he lands right in front of you.
Hello.
Yes, please. Do you guys want one on?
Enough of this.
No.
I'm good.
Okay.
He is going to use the Saber Swarm ability.
Yeah, I hit that. I got a lot.
So,
Yeah.
It's been very hard to not metagame and help you guys strategize. So I've been quiet.
Valid. Well, you should be all healed up if I had 2 successes.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the,
you should be good.
I know what's on his character sheet. And it's very hard to not metagame. So I'm trying.
I'm just gonna keep you from dying, man.
successful hit number 1, and he also crits.
Yeah.
So that's going to do 7 damage going through. And he's also going to crit you.
Do you have anything to mitigate crits?
Oh!
Oh no.
He immediately hits your left arm, and it stings like hell.
No, that's like a seer, dude. Like, he damages my arm.
No,
Yeah.
It's off, basically.
Well, no, he doesn't cut it off.
No. Because there is a result for
Okay,
cutting
perfect.
something off.
He does, however, make it more difficult for you to swing your lightsaber hand. He
It's
basically
like
goes after.
I'm right-handed, though.
He goes after your right hand.
Javen, do you have anything to
like
mitigate
that
that?
scene in
Like
Attack
any
of the
talents or
Clones,
anything that reduces crit by 1 or 2?
Pretty much. What?
Do you have anything that mitigates crits? Anything that reduces the level by 10 or 20 or something?
I'm gonna go no, because I don't think so.
I'm just asking.
Javen?
Yeah.
The second hit does 11 damage.
So how much in total?
That would be
my computer's
18.
Freaking out. 18 damage?
Yes.
I can't parry twice in a row, can I? Or can I?
It's 2 separate attacks.
So
You can parry twice.
My computer loves doing this. I have to restart my computer.
Okay. But yeah, you can parry twice because it's 2 separate attacks. Basically, he allowed himself to use the linked quality.
So I'm gonna, I guess, parry twice.
Okay.
Take 4 strain?
No, I take 6 strain.
Okay.
It's 3 strain for each. And then I'll subtract 4 from each of those hits. So 8. So how much damage am I taking in total? 18?
18.
So I take 8 less, so I take 10 damage.
Yes.
10 wound.
I'm at 4. And he slashed my limb.
Making it harder for you to swing back.
Wonderful.
And with that, Zem, actually, before we do that, he literally holds up his robotic hand, and you see a little remote come out, and it starts to ding, and more stormtroopers start to file out from the carrier.
Cool.
Yeah.
Precisely 4 more.
As an incidental, can I look at Nemi and say, "Oh, I need to hit Zen"?
He's got his force healing.
Yeah, but he's currently holding me. I have 4 wound, and I also need to fight him because the Nasa's apparently not doing shit.
So basically, I'm like, "You got to leave. I'll cover you."
Thanks. I'm sorry, I don't have an accent. It's weird.
I just have character voices. It's kind of something me, Jaden, and
Okay.
Eddie all do.
No, I know. I guess
And with that, Zem, it is your move.
Can't do
I'm
accents.
trying to think. By increasing difficulty, what does that entail?
It just means that if you see it right here, it means all the checks go up. It just means that you add a red to the check, and one of the purples becomes a red.
Okay. Well, may as well try and swing my saber.
I don't suppose your ambidextrous.
He cut my left arm, not my right arm.
Oh, he said
He switched it.
He went for your lightsaber arm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he went for your dominant.
I mean, I guess. I guess I'm ambidextrous. I need to update my strain though, so I lose 10 strain, so that means I'm down to 2. Can't parry anymore. Hey, Gio, you know how we have another member of the party? Can we?
She's about ready to jump in. Just give me a moment.
Sorry, Scarlett. I set your strain.
It's fine.
That's the other thing is these wounds and strains don't actually represent the my wound.
For some of us, yeah. Mine aren't updated, but I'm keeping track on my sheet as well.
My wound is at least represented by my actual.
Actually, wait, Scarlett.
My wound is accurate. My
12.
strain isn't.
Yeah, I have 2 more strain than.
Yeah, I'm currently at full, but
Yeah, I got you. No, I was just fixing
Of
that.
course.
Oh, I actually haven't
I
checked
think
that.
it's
out.
okay.
It's
So,
not like anybody can do anything, but
I'm at that. As a free action, we go, hey, Anasa, you want to fucking help, please?
As soon as your action's done, I'll let you know what happens.
Okay, thank you.
it's
we cleaned that up for Zem speak, so it's like, Anasa, your assistant doesn't give you a
No,
Zem translated.
No, Zem would be freaking out. He's never fought a Sith before.
Ah,
So
I
this
see.
is new wounds coming out, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
So the fucks would be real.
This dude's a
Yes.
little scary.
Yes.
Oh, he's swearing.
All right, so I'm.
You're not there. You're just imagining things.
I have that Zen tingle going on.
Oh, you're.
I swear he's going on.
Something's wrong.
Your
Something is wrong.
Zemdar is going off the charts right
Yeah.
now. Something is very wrong with Zem. All right, I'm
I
gonna.
thought we need to move.
I'm gonna just go for a lightsaber attack.
Okay. It'll be 2 purple. Well, 1 purple, 1 red.
I so see it.
You hit him.
Ah, bitch!
Mother beach!
Mother beach.
No, that's next week.
Honestly. Okay, so I have breach 1 and sunder 1.
I'm sorry.
I have breach 1 and sunder 1.
What's your total damage? Because
So
his
that's-
armor for lightsabers is not important.
11.
11.
11.
Yeah, you score the fuck out of him.
And his armor takes 1 degradation.
Yep. So you slash him right across the chest, and as he does, as he kind of recoils from the shot, the half of his face that is still visible, what starts out as pain, soon becomes a smile, and he looks at you and goes, "So, you do know." And as he lifts his lightsaber to finish you off, just holding it right above his head, with a smile on his face like, I finally kill a Jedi, you hear from behind you, "Stop hurting my master!" And she runs in, swinging both lightsabers in to take care of Wrath.
I will now do the attacks because there's a lot of them.
That's the aggressor tree.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she hits.
Just a little.
Oh, look, she hits.
Big surprise.
Oh, look, she didn't hit. Okay.
Hey, that's.
I mean,
I mean, technically she did.
She can train this.
Yes, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
There's spicy chili downstairs if anybody needs any.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You said
Do we
magic
want to do
words.
one at a time while we don't have turns going?
That might be for the best. I'm about
I'll
ready
do
to
first.
finish Anasa's turn.
I don't do spicy, so.
This is vocal. Do you know if it's gluten free?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm
It
not particularly hungry, so I'll be
Finish him
alright.
off.
I also
Thank
had
you, though.
McDonald's before I got here.
There might be
You
some
wanna
other
search
food
our
down there if
cupboard
you
and
want
see
to.
if you find
I
anything?
had to like a sit down family dinner right
That's
before this.
right. You and I talked about that.
Doesn't that
Okay.
finish him off? That's a lot of damage.
So yeah, both strikes like go directly across the belly. And not only did she hit, she critted both times.
Yeah. She double critted on the first one.
Yeah. So you kind of look at that and you notice, and again, one of the things that you've noticed about Anasa is that there is no sort of recognizable form to her attacks.
She's just kind of flailing.
It's almost as if she
Somehow
created
in a
her
fight.
own style and just kind of ran with it from there.
Yeah.
How
Whatever
worse
works,
do you-
dude.
That's exactly
Whatever
how I
works.
would be. fine.
Wrath immediately recoils from the shots, and what started as a smile of the fact that he's in pain suddenly becomes too much for him,
Too much pain.
and he immediately force pushes himself back into the ship.
Can I make a reaction to stop him, or?
Do you want
Considering the amount of pain that you're probably in from the lightsaber in your arm, I'm gonna say no for right now.
Okay.
And with that, there are now 4 stormtroopers out. Scrolly. Yeah, they're all coming out. But the thing is, because they're moving out, there's going to be an added black die to try to shoot them.
Heard that.
Go ahead.
I'm still aiming, and guess
Yes.
what? I'm gonna spend any strain I have to take 2 shots.
Oh shit. That's going to be 3 strains,
Heard
sir.
that? But 2 shots.
Jedi constantly fight their strain and their wounds. It's
So
weird.
that is, I'm at 11 because I have a technical threshold of 14.
Okay.
So I'm setting it right there. 2. And it's 3. I'm still aiming, so I get a blue, but I have a black. That's 11 damage.
All right, you take one of them out.
And let's go for the other one. Same roll. Actually. Roll same dice pool. I miss!
Yeah, you missed the second shot.
Full shit.
Nira, it's your move.
How many stormtroopers are left?
3.
I'll fire an explosive rocket at them.
Okay.
Whatever one looks healthiest to start.
Okay, I know which one. 3 purple. All right, you hit him.
Awesome.
Fucking couple.
That's
It
another.
is.
That's another. That's another stormtrooper down, and another 2 that are burned upon impact.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, pretty much.
7,
1.
9 damage, blast 6 on the explosive one.
Sounds good. And with that, Dr. Nomi.
Yeah, Zem needs help. I run over to help Zem. For sure.
Okay.
Heal him up.
So you're going to move out of cover to go and directly heal Zem.
Yes.
That's going to be 1 purple.
1 purple. Medical check.
Oh yeah. 1, 2,
And
3,
add plus
4,
2 for
5,
surgeon rank.
6, 7.
Use good check. Zem. If he's here. He's
He's
hoping
not.
yet. He is
Oh,
getting
it's almost
shit.
there. Spent that thing. Alright.
Can I just say, I like Wrath. I'm not looking forward to dressing him down next time I see him.
You're going to have to because he's going to fuck up this mission.
Yes, I'm well aware. Oh, trust me, I've been practicing my Emperor voice.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, after your turn, Wrath is still recovering on the ship. However, as he's recovering, what you hear personally,
Me? The
yes, while you're in the dungeons, you hear, as he's removed, the pain. And it just sort of, it doesn't hurt like it did last time. This is almost a declaration more than it is a statement.
Okay. shake my head like, stop it.
And then we go back to Zem, and Zem is currently holding an arm. Fuck! No.
Wait, is it Zem's turn?
It's
It is
Zem's.
turn.
Hey, Zem.
Let him grab his food. We're fine.
Okay.
Alright, while it is not my turn, I will go grab food. Because
Okay.
Spicy chili sounds amazing.
And spaghetti. Like,
I say there is spaghetti.
I've never had chili on spaghetti, but I'm about to. Is it good?
Hey, Cedric,
Yes.
can you get me a bowl of
Is that
just
like
the
apparently like a
noodles, no
southern
chili
thing?
on top?
Just the noodles or
Regular chili is a southern thing, but there's also Cincinnati chili, which is, there's no beans, it's meat and seasoning and broth, and it's amazing, and it's on
I like that. I
What
don't
is
like
that
the
around
beans
your
and
neck,
chili.
out of curiosity?
just a quartz crystal. I'm gonna have everyone over at some
Interesting.
point with Cincinnati
I
chili.
like it.
So damn good.
It doesn't mean anything except that I like rocks.
Ah, there you go. Why does it need any more purpose besides that? I wear a
People think
tooth.
it's healing or something.
I wear a tooth and a bone.
Ah!
That is a bit of a kick.
I saw nothing.
I didn't miss the second time or anything.
Is so Wrath's in the ship, right?
He is currently recovering.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Well, you are now free to move, sir.
Shit.
Oh, I
I'm
am.
free to move about the cabin.
And you got a
how much
little-
was I healed?
You were healed up, I believe we said 7?
Yeah, because it's 1 per success, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so brings me up to 11, so that's pretty cool.
Mhm. Alright, blind.
There are stormtroopers left, right?
Yeah, but they're all pretty banged up.
Like 3 left?
There are 4 on the list.
I know.
There are.
Can I?
Thank you, sir.
How badly hurt are they?
If you touch them, they die.
Touch them.
All of them?
Pretty much.
Touch me.
I'm gonna roll move.
no Rocky Horror fans?
I heard you.
I knew the song and I had a little brain fart.
I'm
It's
gonna roll
okay.
move.
It's been a while.
I'll say
Okay.
the results, and
Yeah,
then I'm
same for me.
gonna say what I
I
do.
haven't seen this
Go
since I was
ahead.
like 16.
Oh wow.
Are you doing a force
Seen it
bolt?
Maybe once since then.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Fuck your rolls.
using
Mother of
one
pearl!
white, I use move. Using the second one, I pick up 1 stormtrooper, and using the 3 others, I hit all 3 stormtroopers and throw them all off the mountain.
You hear the most beloved Wilhelm scream of all 3 of them as they fly off.
Ah! Ow!
I can't even do it.
I'm so
Okay.
proud of
Why?
that. I've tried 3 times. It doesn't work.
And with that, I sheath my saber and then just sit down on the ground going, ah. So I'll make sure it doesn't come back out. I need to breathe for a second. Ah, Christ.
And with that, Scrawly, hey, there's nothing to hit.
How many rounds until we get back to us? Noted.
1?
1.
Okay.
Scrolly, shoot the ship.
I have a question.
This
This is Dagobah, correct?
Yeah.
What kind of itinerant wildlife can I hit?
There's some flying dragons if you want to shoot one of them.
How would that affect the situation? Because I want it to attack the ship.
It would attack the thing that hit it.
So don't do that.
I'm going to take a move and run towards the ship.
I'm about ricocheting off the ship.
Okay.
Depends on there's some.
You have made your move towards the ship.
I'm going to shoot the dragon.
All right, it's gonna be
I
5.
look at Nomi and immediately it's like, I'm about to do something stupid. Watch my back.
It's gonna be 5
I'll
purple.
watch. I'm not running down there to heal you.
Your back just got hit twice.
Did you
I
notice?
missed.
There we go. Okay.
I will continue watching. Wow.
Thank
yeah,
you. Yeah. No.
Holy
I did
crap.
the stupid, and the stupid did not happen.
Thank the gods. We don't need you doing that.
You realize now Scully's going to probably try again.
You can try.
But this will wait for another round.
So how spicy is spicy for the chili?
Yeah,
It's a
that's
good
why
kick.
I wasn't
It's
gonna
a
try.
nice kick.
That's a no for me.
It is
It depends on how
so
spicy
subtle,
tolerant you are.
so subtle that it's
For me, this is nothing.
I like a good
You
spice.
talked about Scotch bonnets.
This is
though,
almost
right?
nothing.
Yeah. I've eaten an entire burger with Scotch
It's
bonnets.
like
Compared to Taco Bell mild.
I don't eat sauces at Taco Bell.
Okay. That's the mildest thing I could think of, and that's a little bit too spicy for me.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 1.
Yeah, I'm like a half. I'm just not gonna screw with that.
All right.
At least you know your limits.
We're actually going to jump a little bit back into the trials because basically you guys have kind of defeated the first 2 waves.
Thank goodness.
I mean, yeah, you can always take cinematic, like...
We're going to use a little bit of cinematic leeway here and jump back into...
Heard that.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
We just gave them, like, enough time to...
Anasa. And Oppo.
You mean Ivadi and Oppo?
Yeah, I said that wrong.
I was
Stormtrooper number 1 is
NASA's here now?
No, she would be.
Talented.
Ivadi and Oppo, as you guys run into the next chamber, you come across a small arena. The arena is very well lit, as opposed to where you were before. Almost as if it was designed as sort of a dojo. Not really meant for full-on contact, but more of a training grounds. You see a figure standing before you. Okay.
How's it going? Come here often?
The figure is in a very ceremonial white cloak with a face mask on.
Oh God.
So sentinel.
You assume.
And he looks over at you and says, "The second trial is about to begin. Are you ready?"
May I ask, ready for what?
He takes his mask and peels it off. And you see your face.
That's just...
I give Oppo a look like.
You seeing this
I
shit?
give you the same look.
Okay.
This is all you, kid. You got it. You got this. I'm gonna be over here. I'll sure.
As you begin to very much recognize the person in the white armor, a green flame starts to appear around the dojo.
Oh God.
You hear the cackling laughs of all the Night Sisters that you previously defeated. Welcome, sister.
I have my weapons drawn.
And you wanted to meet the Night Sisters.
Meet them, yes. Be them, no.
Stupid.
I draw my lightsaber.
It's not there.
Wowee.
As you reach for your lightsaber, the Night Sister energy bow is what you end up grabbing.
What'd you do?
Are you
I think I
okay?
just swallowed like an entire piece of spice.
Yeah, that's gonna burn for a little bit.
And it's on the back of my throat. Yeah.
Look at that. You wuss.
I'm gonna get some water.
You just pull up the Night Sister energy bow.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, you forgot that. You brought that.
You
didn't
partake in our methods, but refuse our service.
Yeah, pretty much.
For
What
good reason.
sort of traitor will you be to the Jedi?
You know.
That's a good question.
You shut your whore mouth.
Talking to me?
No, you're not a man.
I like my book. I don't want to get rid of
No, I know.
The
That's what-
power
sounds like.
of a Night Sister. The
power of a Jedi. That is all you desire.
I dropped the bow.
Drop the bow.
Hell no.
Mm-hmm. Such an appropriate response.
What do you say?
I dropped the bow.
As you do, it doesn't come out of your hand. You try to physically drop it, and it's like Spider-Man trying to drop something when he's got the sticky web out.
That's
Shut up, Eddie.
This was Oppo making a suggestion.
Okay.
not-
Okay.
Mm.
I guess I'd just kind of take a ready stance, like just ready for whatever happens.
With the bow, huh?
With the bow more as a, like using
Like
the,
a beat stick.
Yeah.
Just-
like I'm gonna
Get
block
outta
something
here.
with this bow.
Yes, in Mother Russia, used range weapon is beatstick.
When the ammo, just hit him with it.
The Night Sisters are all cackling and they're all laughing.
Yep. Yeah.
However, the sentry who has your face has not said a word. She's just kind of staring at you. And before long, you begin to notice that there are skeleton hands starting to form on Oppo's shoulders.
Do I feel them?
You don't.
Uh-oh. Check your shoulder.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
You can hear the cackling, you can hear everything else, but when she says look at your shoulder, you don't see anything. You can tell that the Night Sisters are there.
Okay. Yeah, you, I mean,
Aren't the Night Sisters who
It's my
blinded
shoulder.
Poe and killed her?
No, that was Maul.
No. Well,
No.
no. Maul killed you.
Maul
in your
blinded
mind.
her.
it was
No,
technically,
Maul
I saw
Maul
the-
cut her in half.
Yeah.
the image of
The
Maul.
Night Sisters blinded her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, so I do have my weapons, like, just pointing all over the place.
And you, mercenary of the Jedi.
I don't think they like me.
No, I don't like them either.
I don't like them either.
So desperate for a home that you would throw your lot in with those who care not if you survive.
I do in fact care very much.
Just for the
Just throwing
record.
it out there.
We were not speaking of you, child.
Well, y'all can suck it.
That's my apprentice. A glass to my apprentice.
Yeah, what she said,
Oh, fuck
oh,
yourself.
yeah, no,
Right?
you know what? Fuck this. I just start shooting.
You start shooting into the flames?
Yes.
Okay. As you do, the flames dissipate from every shot that you fire. They almost make a hole for you to fire through, but the cackling doesn't go anywhere. If anything, the cackling gets even worse. Like you kind of like almost like they were expecting it.
How can them trust you if you are willing to take any power you desire?
I don't.
5 years.
Matter of fact,
The bow in your hand says otherwise.
I take weapons I can use.
They do not belong to you.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't belong to anyone when she grabbed them. So,
A true Jedi uses what's hers, not what is theirs.
and a true survivor
Admit.
uses what they have.
Admit your falsehood and leave this trial.
Oh.
failing me.
Great.
Put down your pride for
Great
once.
encouragement.
Just put it down. Put down your pride for once, Evadi.
Spoken like a true five-head there.
Shut up, Blue Man Group.
Just because I've got rhythm.
I'll headbutt the shit out of you.
Am I the only human in this group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Nira's here.
You're the.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Nearest
Okay.
human.
She has blue hair.
Yeah, she may have.
So what do you?
colorful
So what
hair,
do you
but
do?
She's still human. Oh. This is great music. I love this music.
Mm-hmm.
Does not fit the.
Does not bring does not spark joy.
Hey, peanut gallery, shut it.
Stellar Waldorf over here.
Pretty.
But it's like this is the love theme of Anakin and Padme, and it just.
Yeah. And
By the way, Jules, what are you doing?
I just stand there and cough a lot.
You alright there, kid?
I'm so sick. Right
No, I'm not sick.
Yeah, that guy was sick for like a month.
Do your thing. Don't ignore us.
There's big fires
And I try to just breathe and calm myself and be like, you know what, you're right. I don't need this anymore.
So the laughing again begins to build up, and at this point you see the sentry walk towards you. The sentry pulls out the lightsaber pike that is accustomed to sentries and says, "But you did. You fell into temptation. Did you even hesitate to use the tools of the dark side?"
And an entire crowd goes,
Oh!
You know what? Zem smacks Scrawly.
Hey, what was that for?
I'm trying to watch.
Give me the popcorn.
You've had enough. I haven't had. Give it back.
Give me a cookie.
Appo's gonna like say
No,
something
seriously.
to
No,
that.
hold on. I see Appa open her mouth and I go, I admit it was a mistake. I allowed my fear to take control. And desired to use whatever I needed to be able to survive. Yeah. I just look at myself.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, kid. I mean, I've been a survivor my whole life, and
I glare over at Apple. Shut up.
yeah,
You're not helping.
cool, yeah.
The laughter stops instantly. The sentry lights up her yellow pike and sees the lightsaber and sees the bow in your hand, and with one swing cuts it in half. And
I'd like to say Avadi doesn't flinch.
I would say that you do.
Yeah,
It's you. It's yourself cutting the
Swinging a saber at
yeah.
Yeah. Bit alarming.
I am you, and you are me. I used the tools because I wanted to, not because I needed to. There is nothing wrong with learning of the dark side. But giving into such power is the quickest spiral to the dark side. And with that, the sentry parts and shows with her pike fully extended the entryway to the next area. And what you see in front of you, trial of integrity, passed.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Zim's very proud of you.
I'm running to the restroom.
In the meantime, how many stormtroopers does Scarlet get to kill now? Actually, this is a bad idea. Scarlet's right in front of the goddamn ship.
Oh.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, also, Scrawly.
Yeah.
After I throw all the stormtroopers off the cliff, I go, full.
No,
you shut your mouth.
3.
Still only counts as one.
Yeah, boy.
There you go.
No, I just look at him and go, we tied. You just happen to do it faster.
So as you begin to kind of revel in the fact that you try to shoot a dragon to make things interesting for yourself,
It just flies way off target.
Thank goodness.
you notice that a new stormtrooper with a yellow sash on him starts to walk out.
That's fun.
And you can tell that this is a stormtrooper sergeant. And he is flanked by 4 new stormtroopers.
How much of a squad does this dude have? Christ.
A shuttle can hold up to 50 people.
I guess.
And behind them, in a dark cloak, Wrath has reappeared.
Heard that.
Can I have had time to like rest my strain or do something to heal my strain?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
How would I do that?
Roll the force. I'll say you heal back. What's your strain at?
2 out of 15. I would like a little bit of strain, please.
I'll let you get 6.
Cool. So I have 8 now?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
There you go. Better than nothing.
I'm happy.
Okay. And with that,
Alright.
Dr. Nomi, this idiot's right next to the hangar door.
I told him I'd watch his back. I wasn't gonna do anything with it.
I'm watching it.
I'm watching it real good.
Do whatever you think is necessary.
There are now 6 targets. There's an
Ooh.
Imperial Sergeant, 4 Stormtroopers, and Wrath.
Christ
What?
alive.
Don't worry about Scarlet. He's an idiot. He could die.
That's understood. Because it was very clear. I watched the back from up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one of the stormtroopers, probably Stormtrooper 1,
Okay.
and then get back to cover because I was not in cover after healing
Okay.
people.
So go ahead and roll your fire. It's going to be 3 purple. And
hold
then
on.
you'll move back into cover.
Great. Oh, there's 3. Okay.
Damn, woman.
Pew, pew.
Ouch.
Pew,
Um,
pew.
How much base damage do you have?
5.
That was 5.
6, 7, 8.
Okay, so do you actually go pew pew as you fire?
I like to think she does. It helps me focus.
You have a real knack for hitting these bucket heads in the head.
Yeah.
I'll put
Right
top
in
her
the
well,
face.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're on solid
Hey,
ground.
Scarlet was
Great.
there too. Scarlet was there too. Don't sell yourself
To be
short.
fair,
To be fair.
Scarlet took her up in a ship and knocked her the fuck out.
That is true.
You're just checking the limits, you know?
So
Well,
Wrath,
Scarlet was a bad dom. He surpassed the
Wrath
hard limit.
sees Scrawly practically about ready to board his ship. And immediately looks to the blue alien that's standing in front of him. Get out! And just force pushes you all the
Into the
way to the
ship.
back.
Hurt. Oh, I'm in the ship now?
No, you were like right on the ramp. You were like right there.
But I'm in the ship.
No, he's pushing you
Out. Out. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, ah! Wait! I can pilot this thing.
Shit.
So you get thrown right at Zem's feet and
Ouch.
immediately take 5 damage.
Heard that. I was about to say, I think there's no way I'm escaping without damage on that
Zeb
one.
looks down and goes, Blue Man Group.
You shut up, 5 head!
get up, and then I help him to his feet if possible.
Thank you.
And with that, Zem, there are stormtroopers, a sergeant, and Wrath is behind
So
them.
with this, we get 2 maneuvers in an action. Yes.
Yes.
So with one maneuver, I'm gonna help Scrawly to his feet and go. All
Okay.
right, come on, get up.
He's
and
up.
And I kind of move him off to the side.
You have to take strain to get a second maneuver. I had to reread the rules on that one. So you take 2 strain to take a second maneuver.
Never mind.
Sorry.
So he's still on the ground. And you're gonna do your thing. Okay. What are you doing?
I am. Hang on. How strong of a mind would the sergeant have? He is a stormtrooper, but Obi-Wan confused the sergeant in 4.
I have a roll that I can make. Do you have influence?
Yeah.
You can try. Are you allowed to influence rivals? Do you know that?
I'm allowed to influence anything.
Anything. There's no.
Any living thing.
Okay. Yeah. Make a roll.
You just did.
I did.
You got 1 light, 2 dark.
Okay. I'm gonna make this that. Okay. Yeah. No, he doesn't succeed. As a matter of fact, with two of the despairs, he actually fails. So yeah, you influence him.
So I go. They're your enemies. Shoot at them.
They're my enemies. I'll shoot at them.
Wonderful. And then I draw my lightsaber and take a defensive stance.
Okay. And with that, Scrolly, you're still on the ground.
Yeah.
I helped him up.
No,
you didn't. You
No,
took
took an
You
action.
took that back.
I'm still on the ground. I'm literally just going to.
Isn't a maneuver to help him up?
Nope.
Yes, but he said that in order to take 2 maneuvers,
Yeah.
that 2.
Maneuver, action to influence.
Oh, okay. Never
Okay,
mind then.
no,
Okay,
no.
you're up.
Alright.
You're on my team, stupid! What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Play
take
by
an
the
action to
rules.
crouch,
Okay.
and I saw what Zem did. Wrath still has his lightsaber. This is a bad idea. But Scrawly is pissed,
Oh, do it.
and he would shoot.
Do it,
Wrath.
mother. Come on, hit me.
Just
hit me.
You know what? Scrawly's being vindictive. He's gonna fire it as a stun.
Okay.
Harder to block.
Yes, it is.
I don't think
It's.
I don't think just as metagaming. I don't think he would have improved reflect. Maybe improved parry, but I don't think he would have improved reflect.
Only one way to find out.
Exactly. Well,
It's gonna be 3 purple.
I'm just talking to myself.
I don't hit him.
You don't.
No.
He basically holds. He sees the shot coming. He grabs the sergeant who he knows has been influenced, holds him in front, and just stun locks him.
Oh.
Christ, that's useful.
And with that, Nira, it's your move.
I get to do things.
Yes.
There's a sergeant stormtrooper on the field.
There's currently
4 conscious stormtroopers,
there's 6 enemies in that little ship area.
but one of them is stunned and unconscious to the ground, right?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Well, no, he's still holding them basically like this.
But he's
yeah,
unconscious.
but the stormtrooper is.
The stormtrooper is unconscious, but he's still right in front.
Don't
He's being
worry.
held up.
Gotcha.
He's dangling.
Yeah, so aim for anything but the stormtrooper captain.
Metagaming for a second. Hang on, folks. What happens if we damage the ship?
Aim for anything but what?
The stormtrooper captain.
The one that's the captain that's.
They're telling you not to hit the sergeant.
Okay, so what happens if we hit the ship?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can guarantee that.
Hey, Nira,
Yes,
you want to shoot a ship?
I could.
If you would like to, you can. I want to see what happens, but it is your move.
I'm not sure I'll do it. Even leave a dent in the ship, though.
If you shoot straight into the gangplank.
Yeah, you could knock out the landing controls, or you could actually blow up the gangplank, which would make it harder for them to take off because they would lose vacuum or lose pressurization. But yeah,
And make it difficult for them to get out, at least.
We'll find out. If you want to do it, up to you.
So they're on the ships, like
They're marching their way off of the ship.
is there a control panel for the ships? Like gangplank?
It's gonna be a perception check in order to see it, and that's gonna be 4 purple.
That is not my strong point, but I can try.
You can.
I am not perceptive.
What would be the check?
4 purple.
Oh. Alright then. Okay then.
No, I'm taking that back. I'm using 4 of those to make it where you can't see it.
I kind of figured you would.
Yeah.
I shoot a missile at them.
Okay. It's gonna be 3 purple to hit him.
Flesh out round.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, does he hit?
Hey, DM.
I don't know.
DM.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the blast radius.
Yeah. Well, no, he pushed you back. Remember?
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Boy, you with me. You are right next to me. I helped you up.
You're right. I didn't remember exactly that because I was like, I'm next to the ship. I suddenly remember this might have been a bad idea.
Okay, so
So that's 11
We just
plus 2 times, or 10 times the vicious rating, which is 20.
Yep.
That's
Last
20
5.
No, the vicious rating means he adds
So 38.
38
No, 28.
plus 20.
Oh, it's plus 20. Sorry. Yeah, so it's 38. So here's basically what happens. You hit all 4 of the stormtroopers. One of them just disintegrates. The other 3 are hurt by the blast. Wrath is somewhat scarred on his arm. He takes a little bit of damage to his arm, but he's more annoyed than anything else.
Where did they get rockets?
Get fucked up bringing a sword to a gunfight. Or missile fight.
I think that might be one of her last rockets, though. So.
Yeah, we don't know.
And that's me. I hide behind the rocket getter.
That's all, folks.
And with that, I believe 2 stormtroopers have been killed. So 1, 2, 3.
And many have been maimed.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I miss Scrawley.
Thank goodness.
And I miss Nero.
Good.
And the Sergeant RT is going to try to wake up. He does. Which means he's now going to attack.
And he's no longer influenced because he was
Yep.
fucked up, right?
Yep. He got hit by
He was hard reset.
Heard that.
By
What just happened? Why am I being held in the air?
Anyways.
Here's Blaster Wall.
Anyways. Someone.
Alright, the Sergeant hits Dr. Domi.
Youch.
Oh.
Ow.
You get hit for 13 damage minus your soak.
9.
Do you have any? Okay.
Yeah, she
good.
does.
I have soak. I have a little armor on me.
Yeah, we got her a catch vest.
And with that, we return. Hey, Dr. Domi, you just got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't she in cover?
There was a black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black dampened the blow.
Y'all alright, right? I'm just gonna heal myself.
Do that.
Yeah,
You're
do
good.
it.
Worry about yourself.
It's going to be
No
1 purple to heal
distress.
you.
Okay, cool.
Heal yourself.
Alright, so that's plus 2. So that's 4?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yep.
You softened the blow.
Stopped the bleeding at least.
Yeah, you staunched the flow.
Nice heat.
I'm gonna stay hit it.
That's a good plan.
Okay.
Down even more if you can.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
Wrath's.
right?
It's
Can I be
Wrath's
more
turn.
hidden?
If possible, just like.
You know what?
Dig a
Yes,
little hole.
you can. You can crouch behind, but it basically means you're gonna have to spend a maneuver to get out and fire.
Understood.
Heal yourself, girl.
Right? We're gonna wait on that.
We waiting.
Okay, it is Wrath's turn.
Of course it is. He's still looking at me.
No, he's looking at Anasa, the one that slashed the
Fucked him
shit
up
over last
last
time.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah.
I
He's
don't
gonna
like getting hit.
He's gonna spend a strain to use his Saber Swarm, and he's gonna get real close with a Force Leap action. Yeah, he makes it.
Say that makes it.
So 1, 2, 3. Was it 3 or 4 that I had?
4 successes.
No. He's talking about his ranks and shit.
Okay.
I heard that.
Nah. You're no match for my new apprentice.
Wow.
All she does is fight, but apparently she does that very well.
God, the DMs are. A botched DM roll is
So unsatisfying.
something else. Dude, that's 3 neutrals and a yellow.
Right?
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Wrath trips over a rock and hits himself in the face.
I mean, he just came out of the back of the tank.
Yeah.
He's still like wet from the back. He just slips.
Listen here, you
Oh yeah.
And Anasa's literally like, "Come on!" and Wrath just boom right in front. And she kind of turns around and goes, "He was giving you trouble?"
Yeah, hit him. Hit him good.
Hit him real good.
Zem, it's your move.
Cool.
Hit him. Hit him real good.
How far away am I?
1 maneuver.
I mean, shoot. Is he prone? Or do
He's
you
on the
just-
ground.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him real good.
Okay.
What's the difficulty? Like 1 purple? If any?
2 purple with 1 blue because he's on the ground. He's prone.
Cool. That's a triumph.
There's a triumph there, yeah.
Also, hang on.
He's
Yeah.
even starting to hunch like an old man. Look at him.
I always hunch. So, with temple training, I can spend a destiny point to add my intelligence to damage on the
Okay.
roll. So I'm gonna spend 1 light side to add another 4 damage to this roll.
Okay.
That's 2 successes because it's a triumph.
Okay.
So that is 12 damage.
Yeah, that.
That goes through soak.
Yeah, that. Ow.
You really fucked up.
Ouch.
Ow. And then
And with that, Scrawly.
wait, actually, hang
Nope.
on. Spend that one. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Make it random, my man. Alright,
What's with
Scrawly.
that one?
There's like maybe 3.5
Thing
stormtroopers.
I'm gonna back up so I'm in medium.
Shoot the Sith on the ground.
I'll take
Mess
that
him
hint and
up.
shoot the Sith.
Okay, do your thing.
He's on the ground, so you can.
I'm assuming it's 3.
Actually, yes, it would be 3.
I'll take a blue. Do I need to take a black because it's ranged?
No.
Heard that. So I'll use my maneuver to... Yeah, I'll use my maneuver to move, so I'll take
Wait,
care
no.
of
It was
that blue.
12 plus 4 because I used the destiny point.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 16, Jesus.
16 damage to him. Like ignores 10 soak.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's 10 minus whatever his soak is.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's not happy. Very not happy.
Cool.
To the point where he is screaming in agony.
I just
The
burned his leg to shoot a
shot,
stormtrooper.
the shot entered right into his side, and you can actually see a little bit of his bone sticking out.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I look at him. 4? And
You
Yeah.
cannot.
I may not.
Nope.
Heard that.
Nira, it is your move again.
He's not dead. He doesn't count as 1.
4! He's a Sith! I shot him!
He's on the ground. Fine. I'm 4 because I hit him.
Guys, quiet. Nira, it's your move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reload. 1 explosive, 1 anti-armor, 1 incendiary rocket into the launcher.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
That's all I can do because I have to retrieve items to do it.
Okay. Time for the DM to mess up a couple rolls.
You know you have to play Tabaxi at some point, right?
I have played
I missed Scrawly. I hit Dr. Actually, no, I didn't hit Dr. Nomi. I hit Zem.
Okay.
Do you have reflect?
Hey, yeah, I do. How much damage does that do?
That would be 13.
13?
Yep.
I take 2 wounds
Okay.
as I reflect a bolt. So that's brings me down to 5 strain. And I take 3 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And then my sergeant's gonna roll. Ew.
Oh dear lord.
That hurt. Scrawly,
How dead am I?
you're not dead.
Not yet.
I don't know.
dead yet.
How much damage does it
no.
do?
And even if you go down to 0, you basically just take a critical. You
Yeah.
don't die.
Heard that.
Yeah.
What am I taking?
You are taking 1, 2, 3, so that would be 14.
Minus soak, so I'm at 4 wounds.
Do those threats do anything to the?
They strain the shit out of the guy.
All right.
And with that, we go back to the Jedi trials.
Oh, hey.
Wow, wake up, guys.
Scrawly looks like a goddamn Gator fan. Half of his skin is now orange from burns.
You guys are running through the temple at this point.
Yep.
However, it seems as if you're now running outside. Almost back the way that you came.
Okay.
Is it
And
over?
as you exit, you are standing in front of the temple that you entered.
Did you do it? Are you a Jedi now?
What you see in front of you is Dr. Nomi, Scrawly, and Zem all laying on the ground. Nira is in Wrath's hands, the robotic hand that has the nails. And you can see that his grip is slowly but surely starting to crush her neck.
Oh, that is not good. Yeah, like instinctually, Appa would start shooting at the big bad guy.
And you do.
Yes.
And then everything fades to black again. And you are now standing at the front of the entrance, the inner entrance of the temple again.
Like the walk in.
Like, you know how when you entered in, if you were to walk back out, you're basically standing right
Okay.
in the entrance. You can't see your comrades though.
Is it just me? Is it Poe still here?
Yeah, no, you both reappeared.
But this time, I don't see anyone else.
You can't. The light is obscuring.
Okay. I guess I just look around and see try to figure out what's going on.
As you begin to look around, you hear screaming outside.
Shit. Run back outside.
As you do, you see Dr. Nomi beginning to fall as a blaster bolt goes directly through her chest. Scrawly is screaming, "Where the hell is Avadi?" before a blaster bolt immediately goes through his head. Zem is currently locked in combat with Wrath, and they are swinging lightsabers like crazy. And before long, Wrath takes his lightsaber and does an upward strike move to cut off Zem's hand. Nira is currently being dragged into the ship, kicking and screaming as she goes.
Can I roll something to see if this is real?
Sure. You can either roll the force or you can roll perception. If you do perception, it's going to be 3 purple.
Alright, I'm gonna do perception.
That's triumph.
Yeah, but that's one success. So yeah, it's one success.
Yep. So
Or-
that would be just enough.
Or
Okay.
even that's an advantage.
You can tell that this is some kind of illusion, but it feels real. It's one of those that the screams are accurate. The heat from the blasters feel real. And you can feel the life force draining from each one of your crew members. But you can tell it's not real because you just repeated it. But it definitely feels real.
I yell, because at this point Ivani would be yelling to Apo, it's not real.
Sure seems real to me.
Yeah, it
To
does!
help you out, bond between master and apprentice, she would actually feel me hurting.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
actually feel me in pain. And that's real.
Thanks for that.
I like drama.
Your DM is showing.
This is my help Geo as a DM.
The only time.
I don't do it often.
What
But
about
I
this?
do like this thought.
Not much yet.
Trying to convince Apo it's not real.
How did that go?
Not well.
But you know in your heart of hearts that it's real.
I have my guns out, like about to
Apo
fire,
doesn't
but
trust much besides her eyes.
yeah.
I'm just like, don't. Just trust me. Don't. And I close my eyes and try to just focus the force and try to make it go away.
Okay. As you close your eyes, all the sound and all the heat and all the pain stop. The moment that you close your eyes. Apo, for you, everything goes black. A very familiar feeling.
Yes.
My eyes again! Damn it!
As you reopen them, you see standing in line Nomi, Scrawly, Zem, Nira, and Anasa, staring directly at you, but standing off to the side. You're kind of looking towards your right shoulder as you do, and they're all just kind of staring at you. No real expression, no sort of glee or disappointment or did you pass or anything like that. They're just staring. And as you turn back around, Wrath is directly in your face.
She'd jump back.
And before you can react, you hear the turn on sound of the lightsaber. And you feel an immense pain go through your stomach.
Shit. Yeah, no, I would charge.
You would?
I would start charging. I just saw her get gutted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I would start charging towards the situation.
Okay. Alright, so you're charging at them. What do you do when you reach them?
Honestly, I don't think Appa would have planned that far ahead. She just...
Do you punch Wrath? Do you shoot him? What do you do?
I think, yeah, I would have gone after Wrath himself to try and get him off of
Run and
Defy.
gun. Run and gun.
Yeah.
What you
So you're gonna shoot.
No, I would have gone straight. This is pure instinct, so I would have just gone straight after.
Okay. So
Well, I guess it depends on how far I was when it started. Was I right next to
it would have taken you maybe about 5 seconds to get there.
I would have gotten at least a shot off.
Okay. So a blaster bolt hits Wrath directly in the face, and once again, everything fades out. As you both reopen your eyes, Oppo, You now see Dr. Nomi, Zem, Scrawly, and Nira standing off to the side. And you're kind of looking over your right shoulder. As you turn to look straight, Wrath is standing right in front of you. And you hear the familiar sound of the lightsaber turning on. And you feel an immense burning sensation in your stomach.
Very familiar. I shoot into the gut as well.
As you try to pull out your blaster, the pain's just too much. Ivadi, you see all this happen from where Appa was originally standing.
Shit. Vadi like screams no. Like that Luke Skywalker scream.
Buck teeth and everything.
Well, which one? New Hope or Empire?
I think we all know which
Empire.
one.
I went Empire.
Yeah.
I went New Hope, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
But
No.
keeps herself from jumping in.
we are not going to say no.
You sugar drug dealer.
I already brought cookies. as
Nope.
well.
Chocolate caramel peanut pretzels.
White chocolate peanut butter filled pretzels.
Yes, they're very good.
Oh.
So what's your move?
Is my lightsaber back yet?
Yeah, no, you reach forward and it's there.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
I find my crappy.
I guess pass them around.
Good, I'm like-
I avoid
Or
jumping
tree.
in because I know Zem always tells me not to rush in.
You just have to
Um,
True.
You can just
Think.
hand them if you want.
But I take a
put 'em over
defensive
the-
stance with
Okay.
my lightsaber.
Okay. So,
Let's see
There's a lot of
these.
layers to this.
I made two.
Oppo, do you think you would have closed your eyes at some point when he had stabbed you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm talking to you.
Yes, a Poe.
sorry.
Stop being enticed by the chocolate.
I put it down. I put it down.
What was
No,
your problem?
It is.
Aw.
I
horrible
honestly
person.
think. Well, I don't know. If Oppo would have had control at least of it, she would have stared Wrath down. But I guess it depends on how badly Wrath hit her. Stop it, guys. Yeah, like if it got to the point where it was just some sort of, like if she was going out, yeah, she would have closed her eyes. But if she had control of the situation, no, she would not willingly close her eyes.
So, let's say that you did close your eyes, and that resets the scene again. This time, however, in the pure black, as you guys are very familiar with at this point, you once again see the robed figure, the sentry, come back out. Pain is inevitable, young Padawan. What you endure is what will truly lead you down the path of the Jedi. Watch. And and the scene reopens as the battle starts. Right as you entered. And things immediately start going horrible. the stormtroopers are starting to rush in to where all of your compatriots are. Before long, Wrath once again has Zem by the neck and starts to squeeze in on his neck with his blades. He looks to you and says, "This is happening right now. The trials can wait if you want. You have two choices. Leave the trials and save your team, or continue and finish what you have started."
Zem would want you to finish.
I look at the Sentinel and I say, my friends are strong, they can prevail.
Very well. The sentry moves the image away. I hope they believe in you as much as you believe in them. Your trial of perseverance has passed.
You're getting like wailed on by Wrath. I'm like, I hope she succeeds. Oh God! This better be fucking worth it. God, he got my other arm.
All right, another two rounds of combat. However,
Kick you.
Wrath's not playing around anymore.
Oh yes, because he was before. Almost one-shotting me. Wonderful. That makes you feel better.
No, I mean he's no longer playing with what he's bringing out.
Oh. He's bringing out some new toys.
As the stormtroopers that you fought are barely hanging on, some of them are hanging off the door hinges, and some of them are trying their best to keep their rifles up.
Little Skull is just like, fuck this!
7! Running out of
I hate you!
Oh, you got handed with
And I will spark you into space later!
You begin to hear what sounds like marching. For those who are currently looking towards the back of the ship, you begin to see black armor appear and walk out.
That's probably not good.
2 death troopers have entered the fray.
Oh no!
What's with the black armor?
You guys know how I said I liked playing Zem? About to come to an end. Wide shot.
Yeah.
Good.
You're watching your ways.
I don't know
No,
if
I'm
you've seen The
still not.
Mandalorian or not.
I haven't only seen a couple episodes so far.
Did you see Rogue One?
Fuckers are awful.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Did you see Rogue One at all?
Yes.
You remember
I
the
noticed that
black troopers that accompanied the Admiral?
I noticed that once. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
The
big black
the black troopers
Yeah.
that accompanied. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
ones.
Those guys just
The
came
ones
out.
that can aim
Yes.
and kill.
The ones that can actually
Okay.
do things.
Those
Yeah.
fuckers.
Great.
Hey, Nomi.
Yeah.
The crowd, it's starting to get a little crowded on this mountain.
She's also like way ducking behind cover.
She's in
Probably
trench.
just like,
It'll have to be a maneuver in order to get out and aim.
Right. Wait, I did not update my wound. That's not good.
Or you can give a turn to someone else.
Let me look what I rolled real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can give a turn if you want to.
I could give a turn.
You could give a turn to someone else.
Or you can continue healing yourself. You could heal me. You could heal Nira.
Yeah, but that would be an extra maneuver, right?
to move to them? No.
To
Yeah, 'cause
heal, no, right?
No, it's a maneuver to move.
No, but I'm like
and
very
heal
much
to
Oh
in
wait,
the cover.
no, I'm like right on Wrath. So
I'll leave it up
Okay.
to the DM.
what's Anasa doing right now?
We'll
We'll
find out.
find out.
She's about ready to help you with Wrath.
Good. Because he's going to kill me.
And he's currently on the ground.
Yeah.
He's not having a good time.
Yeah, after the 16 damage I did to him.
Yeah, no, he's
unhindered.
he's gonna activate.
It's Nomi's turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Would it count as a maneuver if I call out to everyone, hey, who needs healing?
No, that's a free
No,
action.
you can do that as a free action.
Alright, who needs it? Who needs healing? Who needs drugs?
You hear a
One or the
distant
other.
voice of Appa.
With the,
You're
with my
producing
saber
coffee.
like halfway into Wrath, I'm like, oh no, I'm fine.
What was that, Tyler?
Said Nero could use some coffee.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Girl,
I've
get
got
on that.
a stim
Nero could use some coffee.
stim
Get on that.
application.
Heal yourself.
Just as good.
Well,
Choices.
that's the only person I heard calling out, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what
Alright.
people need.
It's gonna be 3 to heal Nira.
Oh, did you want healing or a stim application?
Healing is what you.
Healing it is.
She needs a band-aid.
Ouch.
Wait, where's my roll? Oh, there
You
it is.
just did it, and it's good.
Yep. 4.
Alright, you heal up Nira for 4. And with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What are these?
Sorted chocolates. And with that, Wrath's had enough. You have officially taught him a new kind of pain.
Good.
Frustration?
No, just pain.
Just pain. However, he is also very frustrated. He thought this was going to be an easy fight for him.
How dare he? Excuse me,
backwater.
asshole.
Didn't fall.
Backwater peasants.
You begin to see the scars that have aligned his skin begin to give off this red heat.
This music is not appropriate right now.
Sure, let's fix that.
I made a battle playlist, folks.
I put it on there because it worked for the minute.
It did.
No, you
No,
can-
dude, if you
keep
go to
it going, it
Spotify,
just-
I have.
I don't have Spotify on here.
I'll play it from my phone then.
No, I've got one in mind.
Wait, too long to set up. Just
it was an unfortunate timing.
Nope, I've got it, dude.
I've got my song.
he
Heard that.
does actually.
It does. So does that mean we all need to pick out our own synth?
No. This is just.
Because I can do that.
As this hot energy that is pouring from each one of his scars, he takes his robot arm and he pushes himself up. And he looks at you and goes, "Enough!" He immediately stands up.
You're very ugly. Why is your skin doing that?
You basically just see this red energy just coming out of every one of his scars. And he is going to suppress your force powers.
All white, damn it.
Your force powers have been suppressed for 2 turns.
Okay, so I can't use force at all.
Nope.
Wonderful.
And now he's going to suffer 1 strain, his last bit of strain, to activate
Let me
Saber
unconscious.
Swarm.
Or he'll be unconscious after this?
He'll have suffered a critical for doing this. He hits you
For how much damage?
for 7.
I'm gonna take it on the chest. I'm down to 1 wound.
I think he needs healing.
Ooh.
Well, he's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, that
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6.
So 11?
So 11.
It doesn't matter if would it matter if I block it?
Not really. If you're down to 1 wound, basically you suffer a critical injury at this point.
Okay, wait. Okay, so no, he hit me once. He used the force.
And then
Yeah,
he
now
used
it's hitting me
lightsaber swarm.
again?
He used lightsaber swarm to
Okay.
attack twice.
Okay.
He's going to suffer a critical wound along with you.
I already have a critical wound.
Yeah, he's going to make you suffer another, but this time plus
So-
10.
Okay.
Remember, the magical number not to hit is 150.
Gotcha. So I'm down to minus. I'm gonna deflect the last one.
Okay.
So I'm down to two. I'm down to 2 strain, and he does. So I deflect 4 of that damage, and that's. You said he hits me for 7.
Yeah, and he rolls a 96.
Cool.
So it's getting closer.
Yeah. What is 96? Isn't that he disabled another limb?
As a matter of fact, I believe it is. He attacked your right arm this time.
So I can't attack at all.
You can attack. It's just going to be harder. It increases the difficulty of each one.
I can use none of my arms.
It's 2 red.
It increases the difficulty. It doesn't make it. Doesn't stop you. It just makes it harder.
So instead of like no arms, you just kind of go like.
Yeah. It's 2 red instead of 2 purple.
And.
So I'm just gonna put minus 2.
And
Okay,
with that,
it won't even work.
Scrawly.
Scrawly goes before me?
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Zen.
Motherfucker, you're trying to skip my turn now? Alright. Well,
Here we go.
hey Anasa, anytime you're ready to jump in would be fantastic.
Yeah, she jumps in as soon as your turn's done.
Alright, well I guess I can't do anything else but attack, so
So
it's 2 reds.
Charlie sees
Yep.
2 death troopers.
Well, he's moving first on you.
Just moving first turn.
It's an advantage. Can I at least get something for my advantage?
You can recover a strain.
Can I make myself...
You can spend a light side point to make it an automatic success.
I mean... It's 11 damage.
I say go for it.
I'm down, yeah.
Do it.
Sure. I succeed.
Okay.
11 damage.
Yeah.
And also, this is his 3rd hitting of Sunder. So
Yeah.
his armor's gonna be weak as fuck.
Actually, his armor is practically non-existent at this point.
Yeah.
He's got the bare chest thing going, where
Yeah, so
the only thing existing are his like bottom robes.
11 damage to him. Ignores 10 soak.
Yeah, wrath drops.
Ah! Ah! Anasa, please! Do so. At least protect me! Drag me back. God, my arms!
Are you done with your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do, dude.
All right. Anasa jumps in.
Wait. For my maneuver, I start, like, dropping back and, like, take a defensive stance as I'm, like, moving back.
So Anasa comes in and goes, "Holy! Hold on, I got this. I did." And literally like puts her hand right on top of you and tries to use the force.
Oh, this is gonna
She
get
gonna
a
fucking
whale.
kill me.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So through her frustration, she grips on, and the arm that was wounded, she starts to kind of grip a little bit harder. However, I am going to spend a light side point in y'all's favor and say you heal back 5 wound.
Okay.
She's like, I did.
Ow. Ow. Ah. Ah.
She's like physically putting the wound back together.
Yeah.
It's like a chiropractor.
Ooh, she's deep tissuing massaging the arm. Through the gaping wound.
So the bleeding side.
Oh, this
is like
piece
how
goes over there.
Scrawly, it's your move. Hey, Death Troopers and the Stormtroopers are starting to come at you.
Yeah, I know.
No, just the deflections will be fine. Ah!
Scrawly's gonna take a maneuver to move backward.
Okay.
So he's out, not like at short range, and is gonna fire at the closest Death Trooper.
Okay. Punch me in the face.
It's a 3 difficulty, right?
Yep.
And since I spent my maneuver, I don't get to use aim. And I miss.
Okay, yeah, the Stormtrooper armor is just way too intimidating for you.
Yeah.
Nira, there are death troopers that want to take you back to your dad.
Oh, no. I don't want that. Also, spoilers.
They don't know that.
I know that. Zem's like, please stop hurting me.
What would you like to do?
I will shoot an explosive rocket at the one that's closest to us.
Okay, that would be Stormtrooper number 3. All right, whenever you're ready.
What's the radius on the rocket?
Well
It's,
then.
good.
it's gonna hit all of them. Jesus Christ.
Here's what I asked.
Okay.
Even if I moved back, because I was close enough to the ship, I would still be within medium range.
Not close. Not
8
close enough to
damage
take this
plus
damage.
whatever the advantage spends as, and it's blast 6.
Well, I mean, it's also critting, right, Tyler?
That's definitely a crit.
That's
It is crit 2, so if I can make it so that I have 2 successes, then yes.
No, it's just 2 advantage, man.
Then
so,
yes.
You can make it 2 successes, then make it like 2 crits if you wanted.
Whatever works out to most damage, man.
Well, one of the what has become par for the course for you at this point is that one of the stormtroopers no longer exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
However, the death troopers are unscathed by your attack. Well, he crit the other 2. The death troopers couldn't give a shit about your crits. The other guys, however, not so much.
The basic ass bitch stormtroopers.
So what you're saying is I need to use the bigger stuff.
Yep.
The big boom.
As a matter of fact, one of your crits didn't even do anything.
Wowie.
What about the blast damage?
The blast damage has hurt them.
Awesome.
Good enough.
And with that, time for the stormtroopers, or who's left of them.
I can use my force again, right?
What is that? 2 of the stormtroopers gone?
2 of the stormtroopers are gone. There's one basic bitch stormtrooper, and then there's the death troopers.
What about that storm?
He's sitting on the ship.
He's still stunned. He's unconscious. Wait, no. No, something happened to him, right?
All right, didn't hit Scrawly. However, that was the basic bitch. Now comes the bad one.
Eat bad guy.
Okay. They're going to aim because they can. Scrawly, your crits are now up to 30.
My body, please.
I
hurry.
take 1.
Oh god.
That would have been 58. And I get to flip a light side point. And now the other guy gets to go. And I'm going to shoot Scrawly in the face.
No,
Apparently not.
You're not.
You know, I'm trying to be epic here, and it's not working for me.
By the way, folks,
Dude, he's at plus 30. I'm at plus 20. You're being epic enough.
Scrawly's at 0 wound.
Well, I didn't hit Scrawly, so he's fine for now.
Just everyone. So he's like flat on the ground.
Dr. Nomi. Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead. Ah,
Yeah.
it's this planet with the miners all over again.
Why did I get involved with these idiots in the first place?
Don't worry about Scrawly. Take care of the rest.
I'm still alive.
It's what Scrawly.
It's what
Not quite dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh, who's
I'm not
closest to
quite
me?
dead, sir.
Zem.
Zem would be closest.
Yeah, Zem. Yeah. I'm
Hi.
gonna go heal Zem. Wait, am I already next turn? Did I just heal him last turn?
Yes, you did.
So it wouldn't be a maneuver.
It would not be a maneuver.
I will heal him and then hide again.
Okay.
Hey, with Wrath gone, I can use the Force now, right? He's not suppressing me anymore.
Yeah, okay, I'll allow that.
What's the difficulty?
I'll take some water. 1.
You want some water?
Okay.
Yeah, water.
Water.
For that. Bottle?
Yep.
For that.
That's just dead.
Yeah, you heal him for 3. Actually, I take that back. You heal him for 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, Friday candy's still
Sid
here.
fights are bad. Zem's not having a good time. We struggling over here.
I'm gonna like toss. There we
Anasa
go.
jumps directly on top of Wrath.
That's cool.
And begins swinging away.
Yo, don't like. Oh, you kill him. Oh.
2,
Yes, we do. Yes, we very much
3,
do.
Wow.
God damn.
4.
What is happening?
She slashes Wrath apart.
Yeah, Wrath's lower extremities have been severed.
Nice.
So he gets
That-
cut in
Jeez.
half.
He gets cut in
doesn't go
half.
back.
Mm-mm.
Who lost an arm?
Yikers.
Wrath.
Wrath got cut in half.
I was gonna bring it over for you.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Wrath is literally cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out these rolls.
Anasa kind of went ape shit.
Not
Time
me,
for a new
but
round.
I'll high five.
High fives for everybody on that one. Goddamn.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna count up the
no.
amount of damage she actually did.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. It's 6 damage for. It's 6 damage base for every roll. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
+1 for the triumphs.
Yep. 6, 12, 18.
22.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
He's dead.
That would have killed Darth fucking Vader.
Yeah, that would have brought Vader to his knees.
He's dead. She
All
killed
right.
Wrath.
Wrath has been sliced in half. I didn't say he's dead.
Yeah.
I said he's been sliced in half.
So is it like Maul style or is it like
It's-
Anakin
it's-
limbless style?
No, it's Maul style.
It's Maul style.
Okay.
You
We're gonna
you,
need to
you
have
feel a
talk.
pinch on the back of your neck, like, why do I get the feeling somebody just had my treatment? What the hell?
So apparently you and I are gonna need to have a talk.
Trust me, we got it. All right. And with that, Zem, Anasa went ape shit.
We will address that later. For now,
For now, it helps.
I can use my force powers, right?
You can now.
Cool.
I'm seeing a lot of dark side points up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't point that out. We don't need to mention that.
So,
I have a plan.
yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna ring dots.
No,
Just
she
don't
no,
kill
Anasa's gonna
everybody.
get pissed.
I like this.
After she cuts him in half, I
Darth
go,
Revan by Lucas Cage.
Anasa. You alright?
It's a original.
She looks
I
back
like
at you
Darth
and going,
by Lucas
seriously,
on Spotify.
this is your problem.
Reminds me of some Lord of the Rings song. I can't remember which one.
I have a bad feeling about
I can't
this.
remember which Lord of the Rings song it reminds me of.
Where'd you cousin do?
Well,
yes.
I guess I'll just do the black troopers have jetpacks?
No.
Dang, I could have taken them out off the corpses.
Wow. Okay, sure. Well,
Oh no.
I guess Anasa's just unnerving me so much that I'm just like,
How do I deal with this?
so I'll take. Guess that was my action. I'll use one maneuver to get sort of into cover because I'm like out of strain now. Yeah, I think that's my turn. Like I can't really do anything else.
Okay. So you're just moving back?
Yeah, I'll just move back. Keep my life so like activate and just start like
Yeah.
moving back, and just tell people to focus fire on the dark troopers.
Okay. And with that, Scrawly.
Can I do anything dead on the ground?
You're not dead.
No, you're not. You're just really bad.
You're really hurt.
Alright.
You and I aren't dead. We're just really feeling it right now.
So
Remember,
basically-
the magic number to escape is 150.
Heard that.
It's
So I'm
really
basically just
really
gonna
hard
pick
to
up
die in this game.
set X exhale and hope.
Okay.
And try and fire on one of the Death Troopers because Wrath's already gone. Those seem to be the biggest threat at this point, and Scrawly is scared.
They're elites.
So I'm gonna add a black on this one, just to be safe.
I didn't tell you to add a black.
Don't have the black.
Don't have the black, dude.
He didn't tell you to do it.
Don't self-harm like that, man. Just
Don't.
I'll
No,
Trust me.
Scrawly is fucked.
I know, but I'll let
Don't
you know
have-
how difficult it is.
Scrawly's not that fucked.
Yeah, you nailed one of them. What's the damage?
That would be 12. Because it's 9 plus 3.
Sorry.
I know they have soak, so it's 12 minus whatever soak they have. So yeah, you basically watch this angry blue guy go.
Yep.
So, as I was walking back, he's like, "Anytime you're ready, Scrawly."
And then you just hear.
Well done.
So you definitely hit one of the blackheads in the right in the helmet.
Yeah.
One of the black bucket heads.
He's angry now.
He doesn't seem that angry. He just kind of goes Choom! And just keeps marching.
Sam!
Oh, I saw it.
How do I kill these fuckers?
Nira, it's your move.
What's still alive?
Lots of the things.
Wrath's not.
two black troopers.
Can I make sure of that? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you can.
I would be very.
I'll just drop an incendiary on him. Don't worry about it.
I approve of this plan unless it catches Scrawly on fire.
That song was saying black fire. That's exactly what's gonna happen if you drop that on him.
No, I'm gonna toss or shoot an incendiary rocket into the Death Troopers.
Okay.
Whichever one looks healthiest, since it's a one-shot typically.
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be 4 purple, just because these guys are a little bit harder to hit.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm just trying to get comfy. Wowee.
Yeah, you set one of the Death Troopers on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, it's burned too.
Yeah.
So-
Well, no, he doesn't exist. Like, you burned him to a cinder.
Oh, good. And it's blast 6 for
The
everybody
thing
else.
is, as the Death Trooper like starts to kind of react to the fact that it's on fire, all you hear is mechanical voices coming out of it, and it just sort of falls and collapses.
They're robots.
It's a bad day to be wearing plastic armor.
It's limited, you asshole.
Yeah, that's what I said. Plastic.
All right. With that,
Just tissues?
let's see if I can actually hit something.
And then hide.
This one is good. This is what
You love maneuvers.
Definitely going to be taking cover again.
I like that roll.
All right. I'm gonna add a black onto that.
Stop knocking everything over.
It still hits
I
you.
did not know this moved.
Nira takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 damage.
I was not aware that thing moved.
Have you gone past 0, Nira?
It's getting cramped in here. That's why I laid down.
Nira.
Well, you took all the floor space.
There, what floor space?
Yeah, Nira has 2
Like,
soaks,
foot
so
is his
I
chair.
think probably still dead.
Well, you're
How
not
much damage
dead.
was it?
You take a critical. So
I have
40.
13 health. You hit me for 14 minus 2 soak. I had 1 health.
Yeah. So
So no critical.
she's not dead. The target is knocked prone, so that's gonna get bumped up to 52. Yeah, everything just got a lot harder for you to hit. You're gonna have to add a red to each one of your rolls now.
Cool.
Remember, the magic number to avoid is 150. All right. Sorry, I thought this was really gonna work.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
No, it's not terrible. We just
All right,
trying to figure out-
Scrawly, you lucky bastard.
Am I able to close this, Geo?
Yeah, you can. Probably not all the way because of the belts, but
Ah, that's probably.
I was gonna say, if you want to like actually just open it and go in there.
not ideal. But
Sit in the closet.
You didn't get hit.
What are you
Relax.
trying to
Yeah.
say, Eddie?
That's better than the alternative. I'm not
I'm
gonna
in and
lie.
out. Depends on the day.
However, that did hit you, Scrawly.
I haven't decided yet.
That's another critical. Plus 30.
I mean, to be fair,
Hey, what,
to all you
actually,
guys,
I will
am
move. I will move this
Alright.
over here.
Let's change it up a little bit. So,
Oh.
less instrumentals.
Target leaves.
Crap.
Attempt another free
This is
attack.
probably just
against
gonna
him.
open up the.
Using the exact same
Sims
tool as the
campaign.
original. Oh my.
There was something that I was trying to find, and I don't know where it went.
106? Goddamn!
Yeah, you're getting close, brother.
Isn't 106 a loss of a limb?
It's a yeah. As a matter of fact, it is.
Can
I wish
roll
I.
a D4?
Where was
I'm
the?
not losing my head.
No, no,
damn
no.
it.
Hold on. The book's right behind you, right?
Force and Destiny book?
Age of Empire? Yeah.
Yeah, hand it over.
I mean, I have regular dice if that's what you're looking for.
I'll let him take care of it, but.
Dead. Dipstick. Dipstones. Shit. That was balance. Scully, you're not looking good over there, buddy.
It's actually a horrific injury. -1 penalty to random characteristic until injury is healed.
Heard that.
So I'm going to take away one of your agility.
What does it hit specifically? Is there DM?
It hits him like it goes right past his ear.
Ooh.
So my balance is off every
Yeah.
Just
Things do not feel right, sir.
Yeah, you avoided it. I kid you not. The one right above it. Maimed.
yeah.
You avoided it by a
lame.
point. Okay. Mind turning that down a little bit because we are now going to return back to the Jedi trials. So how we doing?
Real.
Feel like you're moving fast enough?
No. Real quick, Gio.
Yes.
Where's the nearest outlet? My computer's about to die.
There's one. There should be one right behind you. In the
In the lamp.
lamps.
Thank you.
You can unplug anything you need to in there.
Alrighty.
Eventually gonna plug this thing in too. Apparently not having this thing plugged in all the time does not do well for the battery.
Okay. Once again, you begin running through the temple maze. Everything actually is starting to look a lot cleaner now. As you go through all the stone has been replaced with fine marble. The temple walls are starting to look a lot better. Everything's cleaner now. You reach another dojo. This one, however, is much smaller. Really? Genius. First of all, if you're going to do it right.
I'm sitting down. How else do you want me to do it?
Extend your arm out. Shut up!
Elbow on your knee and curl. That isolates the bicep. There you go.
Yeah.
But now you gotta balance it out and do the other one too.
I'll just punch you.
So, you are once again met by the sentry. The battle outside is not going yet well, young Padawan.
That's right.
You know this. You can feel it, can't you?
She just nods.
You feel 2 cramps in your arms because Zem is cramping in both arms.
And his spleen is hurt for some reason.
He drinks too much. You already knew this.
He looks past you and he actually looks towards Oppo. This is not your trial, and yet you have accompanied the young Padawan this entire way. For that we are grateful. But now, we offer you both a choice. Finish the trials now, and be proclaimed a Jedi. You may return if you choose. However, if you stay, one final test remains.
Ivadi asks the sentry, is it possible for me to stay and my friend to go back?
No. If you leave together. What would you like to roll?
Just something to like push her forward. Just like a force roll or something.
Yeah.
To like mentally push her to keep going. Because I know my apprentice. She's probably struggling with something. She's probably doing well, but she's probably struggling with something.
The only reason I would hesitate to saying no is because of how fucked up you are right now.
And
It's true.
I will say something that I know the two of you, and I know exactly what you would tell her. So I'm just like, what would Zem do? What would Zem do?
All right. Well, what would Zem do?
All right, let's go. Come on, keep going. I feel like, all right, it's probably one of those things where it's like I just start walking forward. It's like, all right, let's.
Man, fuck this thing.
No, it's not like fuck this. It's more like, all right,
See it through to the end.
Yeah, we've gotten this far. Let's do this. The faster we do this, the faster we can get back, and you can actually do this thing right.
I look to the sentry and say my master would want me to stay, and I want to stay.
Very well. Behold your next trial. And he simply moves out of the side, and now Poe, you now stand directly in front of Ivadi. You are now staring at each other eye to eye.
I hate you.
As the non-Jedi in the group, you have but one option left. You must do something that you have promised to never do, as the mercenary who was signed a contract. The sentry holds out the blaster directly in front of Oppo.
My contract's fulfilled.
The sentry doesn't respond, just holds the blaster out in front of you.
One more reason. You don't have a contract to protect her anymore.
Yeah. Oh, so he's putting a new contract out.
No, he's
Just a
telling you
blaster.
to attack Ivadi.
I'm not the one under trial here. She's the one.
Ivadi puts her hands behind her back and just like that stoic show stance. Tries to center herself and says, "Do it."
Because why not?
This isn't. I'm not under trial here. This is not.
You entered the trial with the Padawan.
Because she chose me.
What would you think happened if she chose someone else?
I kind of take the blaster.
Do it.
This isn't. This isn't my trial, and I put the blaster to my own head.
That's not the trial, though.
This isn't my trial.
The sentry doesn't respond.
Ivadi, your friend's about to kill herself. What do you do?
Ivani's trying not to freak out.
Are you gonna let it happen?
It's just like, Apo, it's okay. Everything else has been okay. This will be okay too.
I take the blaster away from my own head and I guess I put it against her gut.
No, you're a distance away from her.
You're standing about this far. Like if this is
So
your silhouette.
If I were to reach out, I would be able to put it right against her.
No, it would be a little bit farther away.
So I have to. Okay.
You'd still have to aim. The difficulty roll would be 2.
Yeah, that's not a problem for her.
Do it, dude. It's a trial. She's meant to get past challenges. Make her work for it.
All right, kid. I trust you. And I guess I aim at her head and fire.
Okay. Roll.
Ivani's standing there with her eyes closed, like, just going as far deep within the force as she knows how to go.
Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. This is what Team Jedi was supposed to be.
You were supposed to be the chosen
You said 2 difficulty?
2 difficulty.
Protect her, not shoot her in the face!
With your strongest blaster, how much damage would that be?
Good God.
Do you shoot her with a shotgun?
I shoot the shit out of her. Oh,
That would be your strongest weapon.
My strongest blaster would only be 7, but if
Okay.
I gave her the shotgun though.
But he wouldn't have used the shotgun.
God.
Because he literally, the sentry literally hold out a hand blaster.
Also, the shotgun is near us.
So,
It is, but I gave it to her.
I do have it on my person.
Ivadi takes 10 damage, not minus her soak, because she willingly accepted it.
Okay, she's at 2.
So Ivadi immediately just drops. Just like, son of a...
Ow!
As soon as you drop, though, you see the sentry come over and grab the shoulder that wasn't hit. And looks at you and goes, "Stand. Stand." And you slowly but surely get back to your feet. You've never fallen from a shot like this, and you refuse to do so now. However, as you stand up, the sentry moves back, and almost with a nodding approval, holds out your lightsaber.
I take it. I don't do anything with it, but I take it.
Technically, my strongest blaster is 2 blasters, so I'm ready with both of them. Fight, children.
Round 1. Fight.
Appropriately, the song is Battle of the Heroes.
I'm assuming that the Sentinel wants me to strike at Apo.
You assume that.
She don't say no.
Is there a way for me to tell? Is there something I can roll?
No.
No, I can't interfere. Shit.
Poe?
You would have to move in order to swing at her.
Okay, I want to use enhance not to leap, but to like move forward fast.
Okay.
And do a downward strike toward the shoulder, but stop before hitting.
You're gonna stop right before you hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, you do so. The lightsaber is sitting right here. Is that all you do?
I leave the lightsaber there, but I say to the sentinel, I will not hurt my friend with this saber.
The sentry steps back and simply points down the hall. The trial of self-control complete. And we return back outside.
You know, it's early on here. I feel another deeper feeling of struggle. I don't know why. I just feel anxious. Anyways, back to murder.
Ivadi.
My heart rate's at 120.
Oh, goodness.
Breathe, girl. Christ.
You want to take like a 5-minute break
No,
here?
no,
You guys need to.
I'm fine.
They're about to get a 5-minute break.
They are.
Yeah.
You go take a walk if you need to.
Do you think this will go much past midnight?
We've got one more trial to finish out, and
Okay,
then
cool,
we're gonna
cool.
have the.
Maybe.
I gotta start getting ready for work.
Yeah,
maybe
if you want to go ahead and head out, Nara, you can. I'll take over for you.
Maybe just finish the trials, because it is getting later.
Yeah. And
See y'all later.
Do you guys want to do that?
My family's doing Christmas morning a day early this year.
Oh, okay.
So.
So yeah,
I
we
think
get
it's
the
extra
Alright.
trials, and I'm happy to figure out what happens with Scrawly, Zem, and the rest.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, then we're gonna do this then.
Sorry, no break.
No. You're
No.
Not the intention.
it's-
You should still take a break. I'm good.
so.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Jesus Christ. This is fine.
What the hell is he doing?
Oh.
He just used all of them.
Yeah, he did. He used all the.
Is this
So.
plot that's happening right now?
Yeah, this is plot. Let's
So Indomitable. So the last one, you could probably hazard a
Not
guess.
Bull's Fairy, yeah.
You reach to the exit.
Am I gonna need to roll it all?
Not yeah.
No, like in the future, because my laptop's about that much. I might just turn it off.
Yes, but there is a power bank up there. There's a power strip up there.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can unplug whatever you need to.
Oh, that's fine.
So you run past again. Everybody who is outside, I'm gonna say, takes a critical, just to make it quick.
Heard that.
And I'm gonna roll critical injuries here in just a minute.
Yep.
Please don't be alone.
You have reached the bottom of the temple. It is now unbelievably hot because as you enter, it's the same dojo, but this time there's lava around everywhere. Magma, technically.
I didn't even look at you.
You did.
No, I was looking
Afterwards.
at my phone to make sure it's.
But there's magma all over the place, and it seems to almost be rising in columns. The sentry once again is standing right in front of you. The last test. He pulls out the pike, puts it together, and activates it, and flings it back. Your final test is a combat with me. 3 rounds. You and your partner must attack. you're going to have the first combat roll, second combat roll, and we're just going to go back in between the two. So just describe to me your attacks, make the roll, I'll let you know the difficulty. We're not going to worry about initiative, and I'll let you know what the sentry does. Okay?
I assume I should still be at 2 wounds.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Make them count, kiddo!
Alright.
Parry, parry.
Yeah.
Parry like your life depends on it.
Because it does.
Right. Quite literally.
Has anyone seen Robin Hood Men at Parry? Parry?
Yeah.
Frost? Frost?
Good.
Okay. First of all, Avadi draws her lightsaber, ignites it, and like kind of circles it.
Yep. The commencement of the duel.
Mm-hmm. She goes and she looks at Poe. Mind if I go first?
It's your trial, kid.
How far?
Just
am
ready for this bloody thing to be over.
How far am I from the sentry?
One maneuver will make it.
So a force leap would probably be a bit much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do the same thing I did with a Poe and like force dash more or less in.
Okay.
The enemy.
Yeah.
The whole samurai stuff.
Damn it.
Yep.
2 sides, 1 strike.
And I
Actually, I changed my mind. Apo, sit out of this one for now. Just, I promise you'll have I have a reason.
I just do a straight like dash and slash.
Okay. Roll the attack. It's gonna be 2 purple.
Okay, I have to remember the exact ammo in here. Agility. Did put everything in that. I have to get up my Google Doc with my lightsaber stats.
Both my arms are cut. We struggling out here. Gonna get hit again.
Okay, successful check, 1 automatic success. Superior +1 advantage. Sunder.
Can you roll the lightsaber attack?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
I was trying to remember if there was anything I added to the roll itself.
No. Okay,
1
you hit.
success.
Yep.
And then
Well,
I
actually,
add,
2 successes.
Yep,
So.
I add 1 and I add an advantage.
Yep. So yeah, you definitely hit him, and he kind of moves back, and he reverses, and he hits you for 10, which means you suffer a critical wound.
Okay, I can use dodge to upgrade the difficulty by 1.
Okay, let's do that. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can no longer move. You can no longer do your maneuver next turn. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
So you basically attack again. Yeah, you hit the shit out of him.
There you go. +1 success and 1 advantage.
Yeah, you definitely hit the crap out of him. He rolls again, matching you almost blow for blow. And unfortunately, that incurs another critical. This time at 62. Fortunately, it doesn't involve anything for this encounter. There's no fear or presence check. Roll one last attack. Good. And with that, the sentry drops his lightsaber because your attack just hit him right on the hand.
Hit him on the hand or cut off his hand. It wasn't like
It's his armor. And you hold your lightsaber out as if you're pointing it right directly at his face. Yield. And with that, the sentry puts his hands up and drops to his knees. All of the sentries around you that you just now noticed all ignite their lightsabers and hold them center mass. The one that was before you picks up his lightsaber, removes his mask. It is a Twi'lek. Looks a little bit like you, but this one appears to be much older. Kneel, Yvadi.
I put away my lightsaber and do so.
To one side. By the order of the Council, by the will of the Force, rise, Jedi Knight Yvadi. You must hurry. Your friends are in great danger. And he puts back on the mask. We can get you there now if you wish. As they do, holds the hands out, and you immediately flash back to where you guys were for the Perseverance trial, except this time it's real. And you go outside and you run outside. Immediately things are just as bad as you think. Scrawly's on the ground. Dr. Nomi's freaking out.
Everyone's dead again. I'm dead again.
I'm like
Zen.
cuts on my 5 head. I'm just like,
Scarlet's literally just like crouched on the ground with his gun.
No,
like,
there's 3 of you there at 0
Can
wound.
you roll our crit wounds,
Yep.
please?
So,
oh, hang on.
how many crits? What's your number now?
Plastic, yes.
We got it.
I got
Yes,
no.
Bill.
We need some paper towels if you do not mind.
Oh, where did that come from?
I had a Pepsi and you twisted.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
There's one in the bathroom.
Thank you, Javen.
We actually had a critical injury.
But
Somebody
there's
spilled the
plastic.
I'm actually kind of thankful I'm on a plastic mat.
Isn't
Yes.
that wonderful?
I grabbed a few, so just
Thank
use however many you need.
I will.
Is the Pepsi away from me?
Not yet.
Where's the Pepsi?
Right
No, I'm talking about here.
there. Yes, the
I
can is over
can
there.
move.
I'm just gonna drag the Pepsi with you, bud.
I
Yeah,
know,
he
but
lives a
the
little
more that I move it away, the easier
That's
he can
true.
get into the center
That's
of
true.
it.
Alright, so roll over.
There we go.
That was my Jedi trial.
No.
So how much critical are you at, Javen?
So far, I've been hit once in the shoulder, once in the other shoulder. I think that's it.
So you would be up to 30, right?
No, he's at
Yeah,
20.
I'm at 20 because it's 10 for
Okay.
each wound.
Well, this would be an added on. No worries. Dr. Nomi gets hit for the first time. No worries, although I do get to add an extra dark side point because of course I do.
The hell?
What is
67.
happening?
Are you doing that?
No,
Who's doing that?
you. I'm not doing it.
I didn't click them.
Clicking what?
My
All
mouse
these
isn't even on
crits.
that screen.
I'm wondering if it's someone I know.
Oh.
Maybe. We'll find out. Okay. So nobody died from the critical wounds. That's good to know.
Not this time.
So the shots are just raining down from the stormtroopers. At this point, there's so many of them that it's getting more difficult to count.
Do I sense my apprentice?
You do, but you don't just sense her. As things are at their worst, the tip of the volcano, the cradle that's sitting like this, the top part of this, lava begins to fall out from it. Separating you guys from both Wrath and from the stormtroopers.
Alright, pick Scarlet up. Time to go!
Wait a
Walk! We're fine! We're fine!
You're fine!
We're fine!
As you
I immediately run over to you
We're
two.
all fine!
as you guys start to see the lava flow separating you guys, out walks Jedi Knight Avadi right next to Oppo.
Sprints. Not walks. Sprints.
This would be walking.
Come on. Come on.
The
We
lava.
need our moment.
The lava has now stopped. All it did was just summon the arrival of a new Jedi.
I didn't get that.
However, as this is all going on, you all hear a blood-curdling scream coming from the husk that is now sitting on the ground. And he is just crawling
Oh, Christ.
with one robotic arm.
Gio's having his Anakin moment.
And he's not even comprehensible at this point. He's not saying any words. He's just scratching and clawing.
I shoot it.
I
push.
we
I'm
both
next
will-
to her. I push it down.
Is anybody going to approach Wrath?
Oh, fuck it.
I will.
Scrawly does, because I'm attached to you.
I put you onto someone else, or I like let
I'd
go.
take
of
him.
it.
I'd take him.
I would
I-
walk with him. Scrawly is very...
So Scrawly and Zimmer are walking closer.
Lightsaber on hip, because what the fuck is he gonna do?
I have my blaster up,
I'm holding,
just like-
holding my arms. I look down at him.
shakily aiming down the sights.
As I approach him, does he do anything, or is he just like, ah?
He's still crawling towards you,
Mm.
and as you get closer, he grabs your foot with his good arm.
I just step back when he tries to grab for me.
He keeps crawling.
Hang on.
He's still trying to make something work.
With my 3 influence, I go, sleep.
As you do, this is the reason I spent all the dark side points.
Mhm.
He reaches up with his nails and goes directly for your chest.
No! No!
He then begins to just kind of bring his fingers in.
I take his hand off.
And Zem falls to the ground.
Can I catch him?
Sure.
I would like to try.
As you catch him, you then begin to see the blood kind of start to flow from Zem's chest.
Duck!
Oh yeah, I went over. Obviously.
Get here!
Can I
Now!
Yeah.
to the ship? To the ship! And I take my lightsaber and activate it near his face.
As you do, shots are starting to come from the stormtroopers. Some of the stormtroopers are trying to claim what's left of Wrath, and there's not much.
With what little energy I have, just
Help!
full blown, hell bent sprint to the Lucky Duck.
I'm laying down cover fire.
I will slide my ass down the side of the mountain and lose a leg if I need to. I'm getting him to that ship.
As you do, you radio slip, and you tell him to meet you halfway as close as possible.
And tell F-12 to get the fucking Bacta ready!
I'm gonna make this really simple and really sweet. Zem survives, but he is no longer a playable character. He is injured beyond the point of being able to fight again.
Okay.
So as he's resting in the back to tank, and Dr. Nomi is doing everything he can just to keep him alive. Essentially, what has happened: the blades that were around Wrath's hand have sliced their way into Zem's heart. You're alive, but if your character does anything too strenuous, you will die.
New character died.
And as everybody boards onto the Lucky Duck and slips, practically throws them into the back to tank and hits the drive out of there, you see the Imperial carrier going the other way. The word pain that has been echoing throughout all of the Force-sensitive people's heads has stopped. For all you know, and for all intents and purposes, you have defeated Wrath.
Right.
And that's where we end tonight.
Ivani's trying not to freak out and just staying really close to Zem.
As I assume I pass out from the amount of pain that I'm in, I go, Did you do it? like to a body.
You would have to reach out mentally, and we can handle that another
Sure.
time. But essentially, you got thrown in the back to tank, and you essentially have to deal with Vader. Like that's how you stay alive.
Fucking respirator.
And now, folks,
Oh, there's still people in.
Oh, that's Kate.
guess what?
That's it.
Hi guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Guess
That's
what?
the Sith campaign.
And now,
We
with that,
literally
Chapter
start
2.
up next week, finding out what happened to Wrath, which will be a discussion between me and Gio. And that is literally where the campaign starts.
Yep.
Oh
All
boy.
right.
Hi.
Hi, Kate.
Okay.
Hi.
Gio, we have a
Yes,
moment to discuss
I love
your
you.
character.
I
If
know
you
what you're
can't
gonna
play
say,
next
and
week,
I was
I
gonna
need
say
to
that I
know
love you.
now.
I love you.
I'm
What?
sorry.
She was speaking.
What?
I can barely hear anything.
If you can't play next week, you need to tell me now.
I should be good. I'm going to my center on Friday, and I'll find out if I've got what days I've got. And I will
Okay,
let you know.
because if I need to play your character, I would like to know in advance.
Yeah, I know. I know. You'll know by Friday. Assuming I've got internet. Oh, that's the other thing. I need to. It's assuming I've got internet, because I'll be out of the hotel tomorrow. It's no more interwebs for me until it gets installed into my apartment, which is supposed to be sometime soon.
Okay.
I don't even get to ask for XP because I don't have a character together.
Ask for your next one.
It does. I'm gonna get base starting XP.
No,
if-
we'll work it out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, folks. That's it for the evening.
That sucks for you.
Sam!
I would like
What
to.
about
Awesome,
XP
man.
for the rest of us?
Ow, Jesus.
Okay.
I'd like to thank everybody. We'll talk about what your new skill tree is when we get time.
We're all so proud of you.
Zem is proud beyond belief.
All right.
Can I make one of Scrolly's injuries permanent?
We can discuss that later, but yes.
Can I name my character?
This guy, can I lose my face? I would like to lose my face.
You would like to be.
I have thought
Fortier.
about being part cyborg for Scrawly since
Yeah.
the beginning,
It-
and now I have an opportunity for a cybernetic eye.
Cybernetic ear. You have supersonic hearing.
Well, one of those went past my eye. I'm gonna play it that I
went
could.
like there.
Well, if it's scrawled right here, there's definitely some damage.
Sure.
Like, I'm willing to work with Geo, and I'm
Man,